Okay, here we go. It's gonna take a moment here. We're gonna make sure everything's working just exactly right. A little stuffed up today, so hopefully not have problems getting through the stream. Let's see here. There, that should work. Okay, how we all doing here? We got Gyros, Randy, Furious D, Chatbooga, Please Be Hindenburg. No, we're not. I'm saying the new ships I got are the Kleber and Worcester. There's no breaking news. I don't ever get access to breaking news. Todd, what's going on? Buck's in the house. Sean, Damo, JDM, what up? Garrus, Big Mac. What's the damage record? If you go to the official World of Warships Legends Discord, and then scroll all the way down, there will be a section. It'll say like Tier 3, then you can check. What's up, Thoughtful? How we doing? Stylo? Dionysus, what up? Jeff? Lil Pete? Curtis? Goblin of War? McGold? Still hating the VCs, the Viet Cong? Nah, I gotta... Bygones be bygones. Oh, CVs, yeah. Well, that's a different matter. Okrates? What up, what up? Jeffrey's in the house. I want to give a shout out to American Made. Looks like he rejoined the channel as a member right before we got set up here. So shout out to American Made, and then we had some other rejoins. Kiruna, Stylo, and Jake since the last stream, and then Russ was the new member. So thank you guys all for becoming members of the channel. If you're interested in becoming a member, the link is in the description below. Caesar, what's going on? Peter? Lucas? CV ban? No. I don't think that's going to happen. But they did tune him down, so we should be thankful about that. I haven't really played the German, maybe one game since they nerfed it. Alright, so yeah, what's going on here? We got the Bureau done, we got Worcester, we got Kleber. So we moved over to the Star Spangled Fleet. This is a pretty good one. You get a bunch of camels, and at the end you get that Oklahoma, the Tier 4. Legendary CVs, I'm sure they'll probably show up at some point. I don't know what... I haven't done a lot of research on CVs on PC, but I don't know if they have Tier 10 or not. It probably caps out at like 9, maybe. But they'll... I'm sure they'll find a way to get them in there. Ivan, what's going on? Been a long time? Yeah, man. Jarrett? Kentucky Gunrunner, what up? Wayne? Kicked them out of the game. Yeah, I don't know. I was sitting there thinking last night, how many people are actually playing at any given time? And I have no idea. But, I don't know. I was watching some footage of some other shooter, and they just had their population levels noted on the screen. Much bigger game, but I don't know. Tough to know. But if you're saying you can deny the CVs, then it's kind of like putting it on prohibiting crossplay. You know, you're just splitting up the groups, which may or may not be that big to begin with. And that's just going to cause more problems. So I can't imagine they'd ever do that, but it is what it is. Tim, thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate that very much. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do... Let's see. Maybe do like a warm-up game and then we'll check out these new legendaries. Or we could jump right into them. I don't know. What do we got here? I got them all at this point in time. We got Colbert and Woosta. So let's see what we want to do with this build here. Let's get some flags on here. Put the Canadian flag on that. Wait, what do we... Garrus, thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate that. Ian, what's going on? Kogishiwa? Getting Hindenburg? I mean, I would have to assume so, but... Think about it this way, like, they've been teasing the Montana in the AI since the last update started. So, obviously they've developed that asset. And I think that's just kind of trying to build up a little bit of hype. So I would assume that's probably the next one. Now, usually, or often, they put them out at like batches of 2 or 3, so... Maybe. I mean, personally, I think Legendary Tier needs cruisers. I think that's the biggest problem it has right now, is there's only, really, the Alaska. And now the Woosta. But I think the ecosystem could use a little bit of diversification. Basically, Legendary Tier, I think, will improve the fewer, or the lower the percentage of players at that tier playing Yamato every time. Which is it's gonna take a while, because that's probably almost everyone's first Legendary, you know. Probably 90% of the people, 75%, whatever it is, go for that. And it takes them a really long time, because they're new to the game. And they get that, and then they're just gonna play it, and we all know the results. Myron coming in hot, still kills me. We got Woosta instead of Des Moines. Yeah, Des Moines I think would be a really solid one, from what I understand. You always see that one on like the King of the Sea tournaments, if you ever watch that. I suppose we could put the Canadian one on there. Camo. Usually I put my C camo on the legendaries. But I got this on here. Let's check what this would look like. That's kind of gnarly. And since I got all these new battleships, we're going to get camos for them with the new campaign. Maybe I'll just put this on here. Alright, how do we do this? Hold down. Did I do it? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I already had a fucking... Oh, shit. I forgot that. When I was previewing the ship, I already built a camo, and then I asked the guys on my community contributor Discord, if you build the camo, can you keep it? And they said, yeah, so I maxed it. Son of a bitch. Well, we just lost half of our orange paint, whatever that shit was. We can put it on this guy, though. Let's see. Oh, we already got this one maxed, too. Fuck it. Well, never mind, then. We need a flag on this one. Should we put this old boy? Let's do it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Des Moines, I think Hindenburg, I think the Zao. I always like the Japanese cruisers. I'd like to see that one. Can't remember the French guy off the top of my head, but that one would be interesting. I think our French ships are pretty decent compared to the PCs. I think they're a bit more balanced. Alright, let's get this thing outfitted here. What do we got? Just got to put aiming systems on there. If for some reason we need an AA, we can... That one's easy to switch. It's only 200k. Usually destroyers, I'll put the prop mod on there, but I usually want to test that. So I'm going to play a game without this, and then I'm going to rely on you guys to remind me to put this on here. Because you know me, I'm going to forget all about it. Let's check the steering stats here. 4.8 is pretty good already, so we'll just put the concealment on there. I mean, it could take me months to realize I don't have anything in that slot too. Alright, and then what do we need here? Torpedo, reload. So AA is 42. That's not great. Artillery, we got a 7-second reload, 18-second traverse. Torp, 77 seconds. What do you guys think? Zawi equals BS. I don't know anything about what ship existed or not, but I'm just saying that's the tier 10 on the PC version, and I figured it'd be kind of cool. Let's see. I'm tempted to put a couple things on here. Maybe this. I don't know. I can't remember what I had on when I tested this. Range, maybe. Let's just put this on here. We'll see. We'll see how it plays. I got a little bit of cash built up now, so. Gun reload. Yeah, I was thinking about gun reload. I don't like increasing traverse usually. Alright, let's go ahead and fire this thing up here. What do we got? Violet. Let's give it a while. What's up, Arjun? You don't need to spam. Hi, I can see you said hi. What up? How do you get flags? Well, if you go to my community tab on my YouTube channel, I posted the French one yesterday. And you could probably scroll down and find some codes that still work. I probably got a handful of codes on there, so that'd be a good start. But there'll be, if you get premium ships, usually there's a flag on there. Or campaigns often have them, I think. I don't know. They didn't used to give them to me, but now they do. I've been getting pretty much all the new flags, except for the ones that are on the social media. I gotta pay attention. Alright, let's see here. Clover is a good ship. It's a little bit difficult. I don't know if this is the ship I should be warming up with. We'll see how we can... We'll play a few games. The Clover and the Wusta. But yeah, usually that slot 2, if you want to get the prop or the steering gear, both are good options. I'm usually leaning towards the prop unless it already has good start and stop. That's why I usually like to test it, at least. Oh, I got Stylo in the house. In the Grover. Alright. Well, let's see here. Been playing for over a year and only have one flag. Yeah, they're not necessarily that easy to get. But they've been giving them out on social media recently, so that's what I've been trying to pay attention to that and then post them on my community tab. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you should be seeing, especially if you get notifications, then you should probably have it pop up on your screen or on your YouTube notification feed, whatever. Well, let's see what we can do here. What do they got? Kagero and Shima. Now we got 2 ships spotted on sea, so we're likely got one in there. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of clues. Looks like our team's just kind of sitting there. I don't think anyone's come. Oh! Oh! Big on. That's what we call a zoned torp in the business. Alright, so the guys on A should recognize that they probably don't have a destroyer there, and I'd be pretty hyper-aggressive if I was that side. Flag's slowest thing to accumulate. Yeah, you don't get them very often. This guy can radar me right now. He probably should get the reset. Luckily, we did not endure the radar. Alright, so what do we do next? Alaska's pulling off. They got a battleship back here just sitting there. So the moves are A or C. Now, C's already got the destroyer, Yudachi. So in my mind, we're going to go down to A and take a look. See if we can help secure that flank. Pretty good job on B right off the bat. Got a little bit of lucky, but that's why you put the torps down. They don't do any damage when they're in your ship. Okay, let's see if we get the speed demon going here. Oh, Eugene just got Alaska. Alright, this guy's sailing through A. We'll get the Colbert before it gets nerfed, I don't know. I think it's good, but I mean the French destroyers are inherently hard to play, you know. If you don't have a smoke, it's just a different... You gotta really kind of be focused on what you're doing. Yeah, I think this guy is the only one who can sight me at the moment, so we're gonna go ahead and take a couple shots here. Let's help take him out as quick as we can. We can probably try the AP. Whoops, a daisy. Now, Bismarck is in range now, but we'll drop spot in a moment. Alright, and we got 2 launches per side. So that's the first evenly distributed French destroyer. I don't know, man. I'm not... I should do a couple stops and starts here to make sure I'm reading it right, because I'm not feeling necessarily the need for a prop mod. See if we can nuke this guy. We'll give him a couple heave hose. Unfortunately, we got spotted, but if he's not paying it, his guns were over here. I don't know what he was looking at, but he might not have seen us. He probably did. In which case, he should dodge all the torps. Oh. Looks like he dodged most of them. That's alright. Oops, a little too far. Just wanted to barely peek over here. I don't know, maybe the prop mod would still be a good idea. Probably gonna die right here. I better use the reload boost while we're still alive. Gotta keep firing on reload so he doesn't realize that we halted that. That way he's alerted to the torps coming in. Should be a kill shot. Get back to where you once belonged. Come on, baby. Did he dodge? No. Nah, he didn't dodge. Come on. Kleber. Nasty creature. I don't know. I feel the turning could use a little. It could go either way. What are you guys running on this thing? Steering gears. I don't know what's going on back here. Like this guy could radar me and kill me right here. Should be able to. Get back! How about you fucking kill this thing for me? Where are you going? Alright, let's get some torps down here. I don't think we're going to be able to capture this, but we can maybe get them. Try and create a tight spread there for him. This guy's sitting here with a broadside. Siegfried? Let's see if I can capture or not. Nah, we're gonna drift through. Shit. Fuck. I think we could still get A, but oh, now we got the radar going. Now we should be dead here. Jesus Christ, that thing's nasty. So, I don't know, you can blame me. I'm gonna blame the, this Cleveland here for not finishing the job over here. But We were a little bit too close to that thing. So, that's too bad. Not only can we not get A, I don't even know if we'll survive, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, at least we won't be spotted. I mean, points-wise, we're doing fine, so A's not necessary, but somehow, like, Siegfried's kind of getting rocked by this thing. We just got to make sure they don't completely go crazy with the caps. They just got C. I mean, the Jean-Bart could be pushing B since our whole team's up north doing nothing. This guy, if he knows what he's doing, will just get on the cap since I'm already moved on. But at this point in time, I'm kind of looking at this like we've committed to trying to win by kills, and I don't know if we can do that because they got a lot of HP. It's a little too bad that they're all just kind of clumped up like that, but whatever. I think if he gets A, we'll be alright. We'll see. So I could just sit here and guard A pretty effectively, or B. We'll just kind of let them see if they can kill. Oh, I got shots here. I don't mind taking these. That'll let them know we're here, and then maybe the Jean-Bart will be feeling feisty and try and come get me. Or we're just barely not getting spotted here. Oh. Alright, here he comes. Come on. Come on, governor. Oops. What's up, Willows? Yeah, the Torps. Let's take a look at the Torp stats. I think they're pretty damn fast. I probably missed. Shit. I think I just shot right behind him. We'll see. Oh, God. Whew. Yeah, we whiffed. Should have known he was going to accelerate faster than that. That was just a bad fucking launch right there. Let's even get him on the flip side, as they used to say. Come on. This guy's being a little bit wily. I thought this guy was dead. Was there 2 Alaskas? I'm seeing things. Alright. Well, we got all the caps now. We got... and they got 4 minutes to kill everyone. I think they might be able to. If this Yudachi kills himself, we really gotta stay alive here. So, basically, I think his secondaries might even kill us as he comes around, so we kind of have to be one step ahead. He's drifting over here a little bit. I think we're alright here. Yeah, I mean, this guy, he's pushing in. Why are you pushing in right now? What are you trying to accomplish? Same thing with Yudachi. Yudachi's right on his detection range, right on the edge. This guy's fine, though. He's got a lot of health, and he's way out of position to get shot. I mean, I'd say he's in a fine position right now, because he's ensuring that he'll stay alive. Let's try and spread these out a little bit here. Back that thing up. Man, he dodged every fucking torp. So, I'd say you could blame me twice that game for taking both heavy damages. I mean, as long as this guy stays alive, then it's fine. And likewise with this guy. But I wouldn't want to normally die in that situation because I don't trust either of these guys to stay alive. He's signaling get back, so it seems like he understands how to win the game. So hopefully that's the case. But the danger you got here is once this guy realizes he missed, a lot of times lower experienced destroyer players will start firing the guns. And if he fires the guns here, he'd pretty much be guaranteed to die. This guy's in a pretty precarious position. Precarious? What the fuck is going on? So again, like, there's no reason to shoot here. This guy is not on a base. He's not challenging a base. He's got 30, 40,000 health. All he's got to do is hit you once. I mean... So now he's trusting that this Yudachi is going to stay alive. And I get... This guy's just too close for me. Like, I understand he's going for style points, trying to get the damage, but just sail off. Just guarantee. You never know. I think we still should have the win, but... Never really any danger. I don't know, man. I mean, this guy's, what, 5.8 kilometers away? Like, you know, he's not getting spotted, so as long as he doesn't get spotted, we're fine. Yeah, well, that looks like a dub, as long as those guys don't go haywire. Let's check out the Wooster. So this 98 AA. Now the question is, do we enhance that or do we say, okay, we got good AA? I think we put aiming systems here until proven otherwise. But right here, range on these Americans, I don't know. And then reload, what's our reload at already? We got a 6-second reload. We got a 15.3. I mean, it gets tough to hit stuff with these American light cruisers at range. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just put the ship mod on, or the AA mod on that slot 4. Oh, we got to remember to put that. I think we'll put the prop mod on the Kleber, and then we'll try it again and see how that feels. Yeah, let's try the AA mod. We got it in stock anyways, so. Concealment. Propeller. Looks like we got the dub there. Good job, team. Good job, Stylo. Not a bad first game in the Kleber. Oh, we had 4 guys with 2K, including Stylo. Nice. Fat Boy Slim, yeah. So, I mean, the fact that these guys are both still alive here means they closed out the game properly. Recognize the score, recognize the situation, stay alive. So good job all around there. Let's see what we got on at the moment. We got EOP, we got all the usual buffs. Oh, we got the no-fly zone. Let's see what the Woost is. Now it's at 100. See, I don't even know. I mean, that's not the most reliable number. It's just an overview number. I get that, but I think we're going to put the fire chance on there. I must have been playing some ships and was getting annoyed by the planes at one point. I don't know. Let's try this. Let's give this a whirl here. Play Yamato. We might play it later. We'll see. If the games are as good in Legendary Tier as that first one was today, then we'll just keep playing it. I'm fine with that. Usually, Legendary Tier, you get like a good game out of every 10. The rest of them, people just put the controllers down as soon as the game starts. Or they sail right next to each other and then put the controller down. Carlos coming in out. Nice vid on the Samson. PS Plus paid off at last. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, we could probably play the Samson ones too. I know, that's basically why I got the PS Plus, because on all these streams, people are asking for like Mikasa or Katori or whatever those are. Charleston, I think, was one. But, yeah. Okay, so we got 2 legendaries per side. We got Alaska and Grober on their team. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate that. Never getting a carrier game. Yeah, that's, I mean... Tier 7 carriers aren't that common currently. I don't know. Whatever. We'll just try it out, see what happens. I mean, let's see what the time to target is. Max range, 12 seconds already. So that's a fairly easy shot to dodge if I'm on the receiving end of that thing. As long as you know it's coming. I mean, look at that. Now we splashed. So, I mean, we want to add another second or 2 to that and extend it by... Where are you going? You can't hit a single person on the enemy team. Why would you back up? So, I don't know. To me, extending the range doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. You can make a case for it. And then the reload. I mean, we got a 6-second reload. We got good traverse. So, I mean, just juggling those stats around doesn't really make that much of a difference. So I figure, you know, let's just put the AA on that slot, and if ever our carriers, hopefully we can shoot them down. Alrighty, we got a we got a Grober inbound. So I'm taking it's an aggressive position right on here, but if we can stay close to that island, you got to just keep an eye on making sure they're not creating crossfires. Like if they play wide here, and this Grober plays down in here, then you can get stuck here. You know, you can get in the spots where you can't actually disengage. I was waiting for the Grober to shoot before I opened up. I thought he did, but now I don't believe that he actually shot. So, we'll see if we can... Alright. So we got a Hipper and a Cleveland over here. Now the Cleveland open water, he's kind of out there. It's too bad this guy's backing up. Like, we got an opportunity. We got 2 isolated cruisers here. We should push these guys aggressively. They got the Grover moving here, so we want to kill them as quick as possible. Unfortunately, our team's like, oh, let's back up for no reason. Don't ever back up to start a match. There's maybe one spawn you can make a case for it. Jesus! A little squirted too far forward, I would say. That's alright. Oh, he shot a plane down. So yeah, the fact that these guys are just congregating back here is just making me think it's not even worth playing over here. So I might see if I can get on B. But I don't have any urge to support these guys when they're not actually playing the game. They're just sitting back there, so... we do have a battleship moving into B, but if I can get there, then maybe we can get some shots that would cover most of the board, because it looks like pretty much everyone in this game is just sitting in the back, looking through the binoculars. So these legendary tier games are more common than the last one. Especially when we don't have destroyers. I mean, forget about it. Alright, so we're conceding A for no reason. Let's go see if we can get B and maybe cover C. I mean, you can recognize these guys don't know what they're doing, or they're not worth supporting. Or they're like, well, this is life at Legendary, we're just gonna go along with it. Fuck it. You know, we don't have any time for this. Got stuff to do today, we're not just gonna sit in the back buffing our Deweys. How can you lock the guns? Go to settings, controls, preset 3, or I believe preset 4 is the option as well. Yeah, gun lock there. So you put a 3 or 4. Changing the presets only changes like 1 or 2 buttons at a time, so it's not that big of a change if you've been playing for a little while. You can still get used to the new configs pretty easily. And then you just put the left joystick in. Alright, so let's see what we can do over here. We got the Alaska. Now he's facing off against Suzuya. What are these three guys over here doing? We got three guys all the way on the edge of the map doing nothing. Yeah, this is legendary tier here, so we'll kind of see how the day goes. If this is kind of the game we're getting, then we're not going to play legendary tier. If we can get some like the Shards game, fingers crossed, then we can stick around at the higher tier, did I? But I don't know what this is. I mean, clearly we got some issues. Shit. Let's see if we can chew this guy up here. Come on. God. Alright. Got him. Yeah, look at these back guns spin. I don't think we need to play around with the traverse. The reload's fine. I mean, that reload mod, maybe. Oh, we got such great traverse now, you can make a case for it. The reload's already pretty dangerous. Okay. Yeesh. Oh, they kind of drove him off of A once they moved forward. This guy still hasn't moved forward. Now he's just barely doing it. I wonder if he's shot yet this game. This guy's put himself into a crossfire. That's not going to last too long. And now our goofballs on the edge are coming through the gap. One at a time. Let's see how they do. We'll try and get over there and support them, but I don't know if this was the most well thought out position. Shapayev, they got a hipper and a curve first. So the problem these guys have is they're in the channel, so they could get torped. But if they can get through there unscathed, I think they should be able to wreck these guys. I'm going to pop the radar, see if we can spot these guys. Oh, so we got Bismarck. That's just mainly for these guys so they can get idea of what they're getting into. Was hoping to get that other ship, but I doubt it. Because you can see our blue detection ring, we're at 10-4, and our radar should be 9-9, I believe, so. Could have maybe waited a little bit, but I wanted to see if we could find the Bismarck. Large fish, what up? Please send you builds, Yamato. Is that like the Warships version of asking for nudes or what? Yeah, why? Well, look. It's too bad we couldn't get over. I mean, this is what we're talking about. We talk about this a lot. Like, when can you kind of throw games? It's by when you have more ships than the enemy team, but you engage them one at a time. This guy came through here. No support. You think this guy's going to support you? You can't shoot anything. So how would he possibly support you? So now by the time I can help him, he's going to be pretty much dead. And that's kind of how you can swing games that you should have won. But I think we should be alright here. Let's see if we can wreck this guy's day. This is a lot of bad play this game. This is one of the worst played games I've seen probably in about a week. What are we doing back here, guys? Amir, thanks for subbing. I lost track of what's going on here. There we go. Alright. So we definitely can't capture this, which is going to be a problem. We're losing A. And these guys refuse to do anything. I don't know what's going on back here. I'm not impressed by it. There you go. So, I think we're going to be 1-1 after this game. We could just stop shooting here, get C. I guess that's what we should be doing. Basically, we got to hold B. Now, this guy's got half his health. We're just going to go back south so that we don't get focused. Because what's going to happen here, these guys will go through their base, which that means there's going to have more ships that can shoot at them, and vice versa. We got the 2 caps. Now, they can't get C because they're so far away, right? And they got... Currently, they have 3 ships sitting on. They're going to have these 2 blocking. Because I'm going to go south. Georgia going south through B. If this guy's trying to win the game, he'll aggressively go south with them. Now, I'm hoping this guy can stay alive once again long enough for us to get over there, support him, then we can 2-on-1 whatever comes our way, and just maintain the cap lead here. 1 battleship per side, cruisers for the rest, so this could go either way, but we do have the advantage due to the cap position. Now, if they both want to come south, that's not the end of the world. I would maybe leave 1 on the north side just to make sure they don't flip C, but they only got 4 minutes, so the idea of that Cleveland coming all the way south and then flipping the base, he's only going to get about a minute's worth of points at the most. If he even has enough time to flip it, which is doubtful. So, that's fine if everyone goes south here. We just basically need this guy to... He should be coming in this direction. Leading everyone on that team into the... What would be a 4-on-1 if we can all engage the same ship. Because they're not going to have a lot of opportunities to team up on us. They're going to spread out. So, whenever you're running away, run towards your team if you can. I don't think he's going to live long enough. It'll bring us down to about 100. Oh, that'll be a 20-point lead. Now we got to really aggressively hold B at that point in time. So, this game's starting to go south. It's looking more and more like a loss here, but we'll see. We need to burn this Georgia down to basically replace these points that we're about to lose. So we'll see if these guys can focus on the task at hand. Consider parking here, defending against these guys, but the Georgia can blow us up, so probably going to want to stay moving. Might die, but the situation is what it is. Well, once we start blasting him with the golden showers, he might think twice about even pushing on B. If he turns off a B, then the game is pretty much over. Nope, still going for it. Why would you rush in there, man? Come on. So Cleveland's moved forward, or towards us. You can see the golden showers coming our way. I don't understand this. This guy's having a hell of a game. Hell of a game there. Let's give him a 3 cheers salute. Holy fuck. He sat on the east side of the map for 10 minutes and then he killed himself right at the end. What a fucking team this was. Well, I don't see that going. Oh, we got him. Alright. So I'm going to play right on the edge here just to defend against... I don't know. I might just run away here. If the Cleveland gets on B, I think we might lose on score, but... Oh, he's on B. Fuck. We can't do that. Alright, we're going to have to play the island here. We got to block these 2 guys. We're probably going to die. This is a loss. Jesus. This sucks. That should have been a win. Oh, he's running away. Or Suzuya, that is. If we can get him to squirt through B, then maybe we can win on score, but I doubt it. Oh, shit. Ah, this is just Not the best decision making that I've seen up here. So he's got to understand that he's got to get this thing off here. Now, if he wants to, he's not coming through. So you cannot disengage from here. You can't protect your ship. You have to sail down here and shoot him to kill him. So, yeah, this guy's just conceding the game, which I don't like to see. It's kind of a horseshit teammate to have. Not the best team we've ever seen. What's up, Adam? That hasn't been too salty yet, but we've played 2 games. We've had a pretty good legendary tier game, and we've had a really bad. That last game was really bad. So I'll give it a couple more tries, and then we might have to go down to lower tiers. A little bit longer to get the Woosta. It's a badass ship. I don't know. I've heard some people say they like Cleveland more. I think the offense has been reduced slightly to get more AA power. And you can make the case you don't want that, but it's a bit longer. The firing angles aren't quite as generous. I still think it's really powerful. I mean, I think it's a good ship for sure. Bad team play. We got guys that drop anchor south of A for the first 5 minutes. We got guys that go all the way to the east for the first 5 minutes. So we had about 1/3 of our team actually trying to play the game. And we still had cap control, which was fairly impressive. But yeah, most of the people on our team didn't know how to win or didn't care about winning. Should have rammed the Cleveland. How would I possibly have gotten into the Cleveland? We had 2 ships to the west that had crossfire. So if I'm sailing north to get to the Cleveland, we would have been blown up even quicker than we were. The Cleveland made the play of the game by turning around as quick as he did, because he was way up north. And I thought maybe he would take a little while to get back in the base, but he got right back into it. And then once he got on B as quick as he did, basically I think they were going to win on score. I didn't actually do the calculations in my mind, which I probably should have, but I think he probably had enough time. So then we had to turn around and reset him / try and kill him, in which case we were in a 1v3 and we can't win. So kind of a frustrating game. Dipper was a big liability. Yeah, he didn't have the strongest game. That's all right. Hopefully he learns from his mistakes and comes back stronger next time. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, lower tiers, you often see some people on your team trying to win the game, but legendary tier, it's actually fairly rare. It's just the player's knowledge base at the higher tiers just plummets. I don't know why. Alright, so we got someone on the base. We'll see if these torps, they're both going the same direction, so we're probably not going to hit anything, but we'll see what's coming. Jeebus, thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate it. Achikov. Oops. Achikov should be the top priority here. It's a radar. It's a deadly cruiser. They got Cleveland. They got Alaska. We got a lot of threats to our destroyers here. Few new members today. Thank you, Jeebus, and everyone else. Oops, I think we're dead already. God damn, we forgot to put the prop mod on. Now I'm paying for it. Son of a bitch. Wow. We definitely needed the prop mod. Dipper's a tricky boat. It's just, like, I'm thinking about that match, like, we needed to defend B, right? But pulling broadside there and getting one shot by the Georgia, I don't think is the best way to defend B, so I'm not trying to pick on the player, but going east for the first 5 minutes, not firing your guns, not supporting that battleship that went through the gap while he got 2v1'd, that's a problem. And then going south, that was fine. But going into B, broadside, and then getting one shot just like we got there, it's not going to work. So Oh, you can't even put the fucking thing on there. Damn it. Well, we just threw the game there, so people can bitch about our play too. How's the stream? So I've already been playing Legendary so far, so it's getting a little bit trying. But the last game, I just lost the game for my team 1 minute into the game, so people can bitch about me too. All right, we'll try this one more time, and then I think we're gonna go try some other tiers because so far it hasn't been that good. Classic Shima stuff. No, he did. That was an aggressive move going that far south. But I don't think anyone on our team would move forward, so he's going to get away with it. He nuked us in one shot, and now nobody on our team's on that cap, so that should be a loss. How much damage does one torp do? You don't want to get hit by the Shima torps, that's for sure. I thought when I saw it coming in we could survive it, but no. I mean, we got hit by over 20k there. Let's see what the... Matt, thanks for subbing. Let's see what I wrote down for damage. Shima 21,367. So I think we had just over 20,000 health there, so. A lot of times I like to play the silent here. It's really dangerous, but it's kind of fun. Samson? Yeah, we could try the Samson. Don't really need EOP. That's a debate as old as time. I just think EOP's... Why are we... Alright, so they're getting A right off the bat. Let's see if we can get C. Yeah, that's enough legendary tier. These players drive me insane, man. What is going on here? We got 5 ships basically in one square area. Yeah, we're gonna get fucked up here. This isn't gonna work. You can only play this island if you got pressure down here, but basically this thing's swinging around here. He's gonna kill us any minute. So we're gonna have to join the black hole, unfortunately. If we even survive this, which I don't think we're gonna.
The ship is on fire.
Jesus Christ. I got a good idea. Let's put the least accurate ship in the game on the back line. Or at least in this particular game on the back line. Alright. So we got C.
Main turret critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
Assume the destroyer probably went through A and he's like right on our ass. Because I thought if we stopped shooting we'd drop spot, but it never happened. So, what do you think? Here's the layout. I'd say it's about a 95% chance red gets that, but you never know. They might just not duel as well. Looks like they're giving up B too. Yeah, that's the problem. Is those guys coming through A are gonna blast that cruiser that's trying to hold B. But if you can see it a flank like that, they're gonna push through, and now your entire team's enveloped in that fucking black hole. I mean, if we win that game, I would shit my pants in surprise. The team is completely surrounded, and they're sitting not on caps. Like sometimes you can get away with that shit. if you're actually controlling the caps, but they're controlling the land or the sea behind the caps, so I think it's enough of the L tier, the loser tier for one day. But try and remind me to put that prop mod on the Colbert, so next time we do it, we don't run into that same problem. Worst part of the game are the teammates. Yeah, that's the problem with this game, and the beauty of the game is like it's heavily team dependent. So if you get good teammates on both sides of the ball that are actually trying to win the game, then you can have amazing games that are like, wow, this is better than anything else you're going to come across. But this kind of shit where everyone's like, oh, we're just going to ball up in the back and then just get surrounded and killed. It's like, why the fuck even waste your time playing that game? There should be a self-detonate button. You could just blow yourself up. Is that, like I say, if we win that game, I'm going to be shocked. That's just going to be straight up bad shooting by the red team. Legendary players these days, yeah. It's unfortunate, man, because you spend all the time, all the effort getting the ships, and then it's like, I never play legendary tier. Someday these numbskulls might figure out what they're doing, but apparently not today. Time for Arkansas Seal Club, and nah, we could maybe bust that out. You thought you were the only one having games like that? No, that is by far the norm at that tier. Everyone's afraid to engage. Yeah, they're terrified. You can actually see little streaks of yellow behind their ships a lot of times at Legendary tier. That's the piss. They're just peeing in fear as they run away. Very terrifying stuff, high tier gameplay. Stylo, you're in the Samson. Alright. Vote for the self-detonate button. Yeah, at least you get a little bit of experience. Like, right now if you quit, then you don't get any experience for the game, so it's not worth your time trying to quit. But that game, there was no point in playing it. Like, I would waste everyone's time watching. I'd waste my own time. Life is short. I'm not gonna waste my time playing that fucking shit. See if we can Citadel with the ship. Kind of doubt it. Well, I got 2 overpins. What's up, Sean? Hey, hey, what up? That's too bad. I was hoping we were going to get some games at that tier. I've been looking forward to the Worcester. We haven't played that one for a while. And the Colbert is a good ship, too. Cleveland's DPM, yeah, but I mean, it just depends on what ship you happen to be engaging. Like, some ships you're not going to do any damage, even if you're hitting the superstructure. What? %win rate solo. That's great. Yeah, I would take a 55 around my team any day. Those guys that are in the back, those are the average win rate in this game is 48%. So when you get teams like we just had, those are the guys that are like 30%, 32%, whatever. Some of you guys watching might have really low win rates too. It's not, doesn't make you a bad person or whatever. But it's just kind of frustrating when you're trying to win the game and the guys on your team don't actually know how to win the game. So that's why we talk about it a lot on the channel. I know it probably gets redundant for some of you guys, but I think it's the most important thing we can possibly do. if we're trying to improve the gameplay. 45%. I hope it hasn't dropped that low. Last time they said anything to me, it was 48. Which I want to say that was the average in World of Tanks too, but I'm not 100% sure. Looks like we lost style over there. What happened? Ram it. What's going on? 65%. Nice. Teammates are usually potatoes. They almost always will. I mean, you can tell when you have like a couple, 2 or 3 guys in your team that are trying to win. That's usually when you get those games where you got 3 or 4 guys that get over 2K on the leaderboard. And usually when that game ends, you're like, all right, that was a good game. But if we look at the score on that last game, maybe they'll surprise me. Maybe we for sure got a low score last game. We died 2 minutes in, so we probably got about 300-400 points. But if we had anyone on our team over 700 or 800, I'd be kind of surprised. You know, they're just... We had the one destroyer capture the base, so he might have wound up with a decent score. We'll see what he wound up doing, but... Usually when you're in the back, you put the controller down, you're just pissing your pants. You're not going to get a good score. %. Yeah, if you're really focusing on your win rate, I guess probably DDs. If you can get good at destroyer, that's the best way to bring it up. Especially as a solo player, but even in a division, a key component of a good division would be a good destroyer player. So, as a destroyer, generally you got the most control over the outcome. You still can't control everything, obviously, but you got the most control. And then I would go down from cruiser to battleship, and I don't know where carriers fit on that spectrum yet, but... What? God damn. I'm hunting this guy and we got no damage. Whatever, you can't do anything about your team, but... Sucks. I don't know why, like, all the bad players in the game play at Legendary tier. That's what it seems like. I think you should have a... I think Clemson, if I remember, has launchers on both sides, so we should be expecting a torp here. See if we can knock his engine. Just gonna go out and disengage. I mean, should be alright. Because he's got shots, so we gotta be careful. But I'm looking at the scoreboard. We're both down 4 ships. Don't want to take an early exit here. Jesus.
The ship is on fire. Torpedoes astern.
How the fuck am I getting spotted now? There, no.
Smoke screen set.
Hmm. Jesus, these guns are a little wonky. See if we can get this guy. He's doing a good job changing his course, changing his heading. Smith. Shit. Like right now, if he came around, he'd probably kill me because I can't really disengage. There he comes. Did we get lucky on the torp? We did. Oh. Let's see if he kills us. Come on, bullshit. Should be able to kill us, maybe. Got the dodge off there. If we're in that close range, if you can kind of vary between backing up and then slamming on the gas. Usually you can dodge them. I was pretty close, so I thought we were going to die. So our problem is they got the carrier going. I'm considering trying to nuke this Orion. Just killing ourselves, but... Because right now he can threaten these cruisers, which is the bulk of our force, and they're pretty low. I think they can probably take the Carl if they team up on him. If we go into torp this Orion, though, we will die, because he's almost got to be within our detection to get him in range. And it's almost certain that it'll kill us. But I think with this carrier here resetting the base, capturing is going to be tough. And if they can't kill this thing, we might lose on ship composition. So it's going to be a risk. This could be a throw. We'll have to analyze it at the end. It's kind of a dice roll if this should work out or not. What's up, Pete? How you doing? Meta? What's going on? Alright, so our team's getting off the base. They're not even trying to capture, which I think is a mistake. They're kind of pushing in. If they can kill the Carl, good, but we got to really kill this thing now, because these guys are both one shot to the battleship. So I think this is looking more and more like a loss. Let's see if we can get them or not. It's going to go for the kill shot there, and then... Because he's not really paying attention to us. I don't think a higher tier torp run we'd want to torp right at him like that, but it should kill him. So that was risky, but we got away with it. Thank you for all the beginner's guides. Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Alright, so now...
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Can we go for the Kraken? Not that reliably, but we might be able to. I think he will capture the base, though. The thing is, if we get close to that carrier, his secondaries will probably kill us. So if he's a brand new carrier player, he doesn't change his course, maybe we could get close enough to torp him. But I kind of doubt it. I'm going to hold on to the smoke. Just joined. Why is he playing Samson? Why not? Just got the ship, checking it out. Legendary tiers dog shit. I don't know. We might try it. We'll probably try the ships we just got again in a little while, but we definitely need a break. I usually don't like to play games where my teammates just aren't trying to do anything that increases our odds of winning the game. And that's all we saw. It was just not good play. Okay. So I don't think our AA is good on here either. I should probably just be sailing off, trying to get a win, because we're low. This guy's relatively low. To even get a Kraken, I don't think we can get there in 2 minutes. So that's doubtful at best. But if we happen to get spot by this guy, like he's a one shot, he could die. I'm a one shot, I could die. Then it's up to this guy. Well, I don't want to leave it up to a random tier 2 player. He isn't a Smith, like we talked about the other day. That's an older ship. So hopefully he's not going to be inclined to kill himself, but we're not going to rely on any of these blue guys. We need the wins. Want to talk to Samson? Low tier games are more fun than high tier games, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, if you get into a good legendary tier game, I thought the first one we got into was pretty good. The Shards match. That was a fun one to play, at least for me. Sorry, my voice is a little scraggly today. We got a little congestion. Appreciate everyone tuning in, though. We got 227 watching, 97 likes, guys. If you guys don't mind slapping the like button around, like our teammates slap our hope and dreams around at Legendary Tier, definitely would appreciate it. Tier 5. Usually Tier 5, I think, is kind of... Oh, he's moving forward, that bastard. I thought he was just going to back up in the corner the whole time. Oh, well, we'll take the W over the Kraken. Take out the Georgia. I don't have that one. It has been removed from the fleet. It was more about reducing the number of potatoes. Yeah, it's kind of a dual benefit. Assuming, let's say you and your division mates are all competent players, you know what you're doing. You're trying to win the game. Not only are you taking two bad teammates, or potentially bad, likely bad teammates off your team, but you're adding two competent teammates. So that's like a double whammy. So yeah, the guys that have really juiced up win rates, those are usually the guys that play quite a lot of division games, which I can't blame them. The game's a lot more fun if you're playing with teammates that know what they're doing. Okay, well, there's a Samson for you. I don't know. That's a pretty good little destroyer. Best on your team, yeah. That happens a lot. Well, you didn't get quite the top. You got top 3, but the thing is, Stylo was gone early, so he scored big. He got the Dev Strike, and then in the time remaining, his team didn't manage to do more than he did in that little short time. Now it's a low-tier game. We can't be too hard on the guys there. Hopefully, mostly. We won the Woosta. So now I got to eat my words. We did get the lowest. We got more than 300, which is a surprise. They just straight up outdueled them, and that's what I was saying. Unless the red team somehow loses the fight, there's no way we can possibly win that game. But they straight up won the fight. So congrats to these guys for the hard carry. We definitely shit the bed. Kleber, bottom of the barrel. There's the 300. Woosta, this is we tried our best there, but not a good game. And then this one was actually pretty good. You can see whenever you get 4 guys, we had Stylo, we had 2 other guys doing a good job. And these guys, frankly, most of the guys on our team did pretty good there. And even here, you can see good scores here. So this is a good legendary tier game. And that, like I say, you get those 1 out of every 5 to 10 times. Only get Krakens after drinking. Ugh. Let me get some more water. You guys put some ideas in the chat. What ships you want to see? All right. Yeah, my voice is going to get dry today, so I apologize about that. But let's put the prop on the Colbert while we're thinking about it. I think that would have saved our bacon in that game that we got nuked. Martel. Yeah, I did this one with the AI to get the bureau done this morning. Basically, I had about a full segment left, but I did all the AI missions and then just boosted the rest. So we got the ships ready to go. Now they've been decommissioned. No, we'll try them out again. I just need a little bit of a break from what we were seeing up there. Okay, we got no destroyers. A Lenin. A couple Iowas, Tirpitz. This could be interesting. We'll try and speed boost out to this flank here, see if we can advance kind of up the ladder. Boom, boom, boom. Probably going to be a passive game. Most of these guys likely will sit right where they spawn, waiting for the destroyers to spot, which won't happen. We'll see how many people go up the gut. But I think we might be able to get a decent spot on the flank, which can be fun. Oops. How's the stream going? So far, so good. Been having some fun. We've been having a couple decent games, couple head scratchers, as they say. Well, these guys are actually being a little more aggressive. Now, the Shores kind of has the same idea we did. Now, unfortunately, we got blocked, so I don't know if we can make it over there. But it looks like they're kind of content to be in the background as well on the red team. So we're going to still try and get over here. I'm just going to stop shooting for about 30, 40 seconds till we can get behind here. Oh, jeez, dude. Shores got smoked. Let's see. We'll just put it down there. Well, that's unfortunate. That's why we're not shooting over here. So you got to recognize they got nothing that can spot us. I mean, the eye was moving forward a little bit. We should have probably torped him. But by the time he spots us, we're going to be almost back here. They might get 1 or 2 shots off that we're going to have to dodge. We'll see. I could also just play a traditional kite and try and launch torps off this side. But we'll continue to move up here. His guns aren't watching us. These guys back here might be able to get a shot. But I don't think Iowa would be able to... Oh, he's already looking at us. Guess he got his guns on us faster than I was thinking. There's the Iowa. We don't want to take those. Oh, boy. That could have been worse. Still getting spotted. Maybe the battleship on the edge? Alright, so Iowa's backing up now, so we've kind of halted his progress. These guys, I don't know if they have shots or not. Looks like, I mean, they're getting shot at, but just minor damage. So that's kind of a stalemate here. That's why we're trying to get on the side here. Get in a position where we can reliably damage these things. Tirpitz is trying to close off our play. So we're just going to hose him down, see if we can get him thinking twice. Iowa's just waiting for us. So I'm guessing these guys are so out of position they can't get shot. I was not expecting his guns to be pointed at me like that. Alright, let's see if we can torp. Motherfucker. We've kind of turned the Tirpitz off, which was the goal. So I still want to continue to get up that ladder if we can. So basically, we're winning big on that far side. And we're outnumbered over here, but it's stalemated because nobody wants to move forward except for us, so this is we're doing just fine here. It's not going to be a huge score game, at least early indications don't seem to be that way, but the fact that we turned him around and now we continue to gain map control over here, I don't think they're going to be able to push this side. So even though these guys, they can't really do much, we don't really need them to be doing too much. We're just biding our time till that west flank pushes through. Now, the risk is they might be lower health than we think they are, and they just sequentially lose over there. We have no way of knowing that. How do you play the Budione? I don't know. I don't really take that one out too much. A lot of those Russian cruisers, you just don't want to be getting shot, you know. Very large turn circles, not the greatest armor. I guess we can bust it out and try and figure it out. Our guys on the west are a little more conservative than I was hoping. God, this Iowa's got a hard-on for us. Jesus Christ, nice shot. I don't think he did anything except for have his guns on us. That sucks. Let's check in on the health over here. Now the danger is, I mean, this Baltimore is a little bit behind this guy, so Vlad might get worked. I think the only way we lose this game is if this side collapses, and we'd contributed to that. I'm not going to deny that. But I don't like this guy squaring up here. That aggressive. Oh, they're trying to go up the gut though, so that's another danger. I don't know if our team's noticing. Because if everybody advances and then he goes up the gut and gets on the cap, then he can't turn back around. So that might be a win for red. Booty does have the option for radar. It doesn't come with it stock, so when you're playing against a Budione, you have to assume that it has it equipped, but you don't know. Like a lot of times they won't have it equipped because they don't know that they can go to the plane and then put it on here. It's a short range radar, 8.1. Yeah, I think what was going on there was the Iowa didn't have anything to shoot because those guys in the back weren't spotted. The Baltimore for sure wasn't getting spotted. So he might have in his mind just been saying, okay, this guy's going to show up sooner or later. I might as well take him out when he does. It ended up working. I mean, that might have been a throw as well. I was pushing it. I thought there's no way that I was going to shoot. We were just about to turn off, but when you make assumptions, you should always be assuming kind of the worst case scenario when it comes to the Reds' intent, what they have loaded in terms of shells, all that sort of. You can't just assume maybe he's not looking at us, maybe he is, because that's what happens. That's how you get the dev strikes. But I still think as long as someone goes back and defends the base, I think they should win that game. But whether they will or not, maybe not, because they were all moving forward. What's up, Dust? Papa, how you doing? What's this Russian BS? I'm just trying to see if I can remember how to play this. Should have checked the armor view. I don't think we got much armor.
Good luck and fair seas.
Just letting the play develop here. We're going to try and get a read on what these guys are doing. If they're playing the center, that completely changes the strategy. If they're all going west, then we push in aggressively. I don't think we can hit him with AP there. Oh, Kirov we need to be worried about. I think Kirov's got better guns than Yone. So I think our radar is A1, right? Yep. So we'll keep an eye on this guy's distance. If he closes in there, then gets into a smoke, we can go ahead and spot him. I think our guy's probably in a smoke cloud there, so he's about to die. See if those hit him or not. Oh, dodged. All right, so he's 9-3. In my mind, this Fubuki has to die. There's one destroyer per side. He's probably going to kill ours. Yep. Yeah, their whole cell center is on the west side, so we got time to deal with this. God damn it. Alright. Dope coming in hot. Oleg or no balls. Thank you, Doped. Yeah, maybe we'll bust out the Oleg and then maybe we'll try those legendary ships again. We'll see if people are changing their attitudes at legendary tier. Didn't miss the Oleg game. We got to get the damage record back. That's my main goal at this point in time with this game. Alright, so we can be really aggressive with the radar, just pop it here. I'm more waiting on clues. Oh, so once we're spotted here, he might be over here, but if he's in this gap, there he is. So that's going to cause Arizona to push forward. What's our fucking torp range? Jesus. So even if we die, we got the Fubuki at least. We can't even torp this thing. Holy shit. Must be 4-kilometer torps. Oh, God. He could have killed us there. That was a risky play, but we would trade the cruiser for their soul destroyer pretty much every time. This early in a match. Especially when we've lost ours. We're just going to park on the island here until those go by. Jesus. That was dangerous. Come on. Broadside Omaha. I don't think we're going to be able to shoot at him. No, even if we... No. Son of a bitch. Alright, so we've won our side. They're wadded up in that zone in the southwest. That has no value. So we just get on the base and call it a game. Well, I need intelligence data. I'll show you where they are, right here. Thank you, doped. We'll get the Oleg going here in a moment. Probably won't get too much damage this game, and that's right. We got the destroyer. I mean, if that's all we do, that's fine. Depends if you have a 2021 Forerunner. Can't have all the finer things in life. Yeah, you got a fair... They are coming back here, which makes this interesting. Usually they'll stay in their corner or they'll try and push up and then you just get on their base. If we're going to prioritize these, it should be the grass speed first. I don't know if we'll have shots on them. Definitely don't want to be getting shot by that thing. Graspy, I don't think I want to fight him close range, but that's really kind of our option here if you want to stay relevant. Keep this island between us and the battleships. We'll try and take him down. Maybe tickle him in the sides here. Might take a savage shot from him, we'll find out. Nope. Didn't want to fight back for some reason. See if we can get him. Trying to keep that island. We'll keep an eye on the map, making sure we don't squirt too far. Alright, he's dead. Shanky McStabby coming in on tier 1 for the rest of the stream. Nah, we can't do that. We cannot. We need to allow these young chicklets, whatever you call a young chicken. We gotta get them, allow them to at least hatch before we get our filthy paws on them. Thank you, Shanksy. We can do one more 2-2 game. I do want to give the new ships another whack here. We'll see if we can get some good games out of them. Appreciate all the support, guys, though. Great turnout today. I don't know if these guys are trying to win the game or they just think sitting in the corner is going to do it. Both going north. So I could try and farm damage here. It might... if they turn hard into me, they should be able to kill me very easily, you know. But what I'm kind of trying to do is, number one, push their base, but I want to get a little bit of damage on them while we can. We're just basically shooting for that front gun, but you can see the AP when they're sitting there broadside. We're getting nice 5Ks. Oh. We won't get any damage that one. Gotta be very careful. Nah, can't damage them. So we're just gonna get on the base, force them to turn around. That's kind of the value of getting on the base and capture the base mode is you're making a play that they have to respond to. It's like putting your opponent in checkmate on chess. Just because you get them in checkmate doesn't mean you need to... Doesn't mean you're going to win the game. Doesn't mean you need to go all in on the move that put the guy in checkmate, but it forces him to respond. Okay. And anytime you can get your opponent to respond to you, then they start to lose control. So usually the problems people get with capture the base is once they get on the base, they refuse to get off, or they're too overcommitted to trying to capture the base. It's just usually it has the most value as a tactic. once in a while you'll get a win out of being on their base, but usually it's just a tactic. Possible to have 400 and 600 chaos with the cost of Tbull membership. That poor guy. He's working hard. He's buying all the finer things in life, and he's like Dimitri level notoriety on the channel now. All in good fun. Check, not checkmate. Yes, yes. Sorry, I'm saying it incorrectly. You put them in check, then they're forced to respond. Once they're in checkmate, then yes, the game is over. That's a completely different move. That's the coup de grace, as they say. So yeah, I apologize for mixing those two up. But yeah, when you put the king in check, he's either got to move the king, or he's got to attack the piece that's checking the king, or move something that would block the check. So it's the same situation here. This guy can either continue to go north, in which case he can kill everyone on the team. As long as I'm on the base, we're going to win in a minute 30. So he's not actually trying to counter the check. He doesn't care about winning. He's not going to win the game anyways, I understand that. But what he's doing right now is not trying to win the game. You're excellent. No T1, yeah, we can't. Once in a blue moon, we'll bust out a T1, but it's our responsibility as experienced players to let those new players get into the game, run. It's like basically if you have a bunch of tadpoles that hatch on a beach or something, and then someone eats them all up the minute they are bored. Gotta at least let them develop into frogs. Alright, let's get the OLED going, and then we'll bust out our new shiny ships. Yeah, Martel, that sucks that we lost that. That's probably my fault. Why are we getting so low scores today? I didn't think we were doing that bad that game. Yeah, we died. Looks like they captured the base. No, battle time expired. They won on points. Yeah, we're about just over 50-50 today. All right, let's turn it around. We'll get an Oleg win, and then we'll... I got to play better at Legendary tier anyways. But it'd be nice if the team participated as well. Chess is the best comparison in this game. Yeah, it's kind of like a version of team chess almost, you know. There's a lot of good analogs between the two games. But that's really... There's stages of development as a new player. You got to figure out, okay, if I get shot in the flat broadside, I go down quickly. If I get shot in the nose, usually I stay alive a little bit longer. Or HE, even though I do damage every time, when the enemy is broadside, if I have the AAP loaded, that's when I get the big damage. So just figuring out the concealment, the mechanics of the game, that takes a while, right? It's not an easy game to figure out, especially if you're going it alone, not doing any research. That stage can take quite a while. Then... Once you get that, then kind of the next step in the development is working on the map awareness, forcing yourself to look at the map as often as possible, and then once you get into that habit, then starting to view the game as a strategy board game almost, that you just happen to be controlling the pieces. So that's when we're always analyzing these games and I'm saying it looks like a loss or whatever, I'm not looking at the main game screen, and I'm looking at the board. Saying, wow, Red's got 2/3 of the map under their control. They got 2 caps. We might have an extra piece or 2 on the board, which gives us a slight advantage in some regards, but not overall. And sometimes you can come back from a bad setup. That's like that Woosta game that we got our shit kicked in right off the bat. They ended up winning the game. Well, that surprised me because I didn't like the layout of our team, but you can still come back and win those games. It's just not as reliable as trying to develop a good map strategy or whatever. More tadpoles playing checkers, yeah. But I don't blame... We were all new at one point, man. Now, I was trying to aggressively learn the game as quickly as I possibly could when it came out. And even before, during the alpha test, I was trying to do some research so I learned how to play the game. So I gave myself a huge head start, but I'm sure if I watched my videos from early on, or even not that long ago, I'd be like, damn, look at how shitty of a player I was, you know? Like, sometimes I'll get huge catalogs of videos or like gameplay footage that I've recorded, thinking maybe I could make some videos out of these. But if it stockpiles for a while, then I go back and watch games from a couple months ago. I don't like how I was playing, you know? So you definitely, there's a huge learning curve and you do get a lot better. So I would never fault someone for being new. It's just unfortunate that all the new players only play at the high tiers. Well, that's what it seems like all the time. When they, for their own benefit and everyone else's, they should be at the lower tiers, trying to learn how to play the game. That's where the frustration comes in, but yeah, there's no way you cannot be good at this game right out of the box. I don't think so. I've never seen anyone just pick it up and be good at it. Here's a Charleston. You guys are always telling me this is a pretty good one. I think it's like a St. Louis, basically. Brynzoigen coming in hot with a 10 spot. Thank you very much. Brynzoigen. Stylo's in the Charleston. He was the one telling me about this ship. Every time he mentions it, he says it's a good ship, so we'll see how he does. We're kind of in a bad spot here. We got guys on all sides of us. I'm going to try and slow down, let these guys get in front of me, potentially. Still want to push these destroyers, yes, but we don't want to get right in the middle of their whole team. Thank you, Prince Huygen. I always want to say Eugene. But okay. I doubt they can torp us here. Wakataka and Samson. I know the Samson can't. Oh, like Dryzen being in the thick of the battle? Absolutely. That said, if everyone on that flank is shooting me and not my other teammates, I'm probably not going to last too long. Alright, they got off the base. Let's see if we can flip this one quick. We got the center cap, so it should be alright here. Stylo's going down. He's got some fires. If we can get some hits on this Samson, it'd be ideal. This guy, I don't know how long his torps are. He might have the range, in which case we could be dead because we're kind of broadside to him. I can't imagine they're super long as a tier 2 destroyer, but I don't know. It is the Japanese, so it's probably got the best range at the tier. Man, alive. Fucking hell. Come on, baby. There we go. Man, that thing's tiny too. It's not quite as small as the V120 or whatever, but not the easiest. Got your 20 fires in the Nelson. Nice. Man, that would've... I'm sure you annoyed a few people on the enemy team that game. Yeah, Nelson, you can do it. King George, I don't know. If I was actually trying to do that mission, I'd probably go with like a Cleveland or something. Turn EOP off. Maybe like a Helen, I don't know. Because I think it's only higher tiers, like 5 and up, so you couldn't do like a Marblehead necessarily. Let's see if we can get him out of here. Surprised this Corvette is not wrecking us.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Give me the double.
Крейсер врага потоплен. Наша команда.
No, we're not going to get it.
Пожарная тревога.
Kind of risking it for the double, but I don't think we got those shots off in time. Alright, Corvette, finish me. Oh, we got him. Yeah, we're definitely going to die. I can't defend myself against this thing, but... see if we can hit this guy a couple times at least. Come on. Jesus, he got torps off. Oh, man. Should be loss proof, though, because, I mean, by the time these guys can get relevant, they'll get 110 points for killing this thing. Yeah, they're going to get B, but I don't think this ship could get... maybe. Ishizuki's got a little bit of speed. These guys are pretty low health over here. Yeah, I'm going to give that one to red, because I think, well, no, actually our carrier's going to... our carrier won't die. These guys can't kill our carrier and these ships. Unless this Ishizuki goes down before they kill the carrier here. Which, that's a strong possibility. They can't hit this thing. Even though he's docked. He's literally parked on the dock and they can't hit him. But... I think they gotta kill everyone on our team to win. I don't know. That could go either way. Kill me! Kill me now! Alright. Let's try these again here. Cobb a good route for fires though? It's not too bad. I don't know, guys. I mean... seems like a lot of you are just playing game after game trying to get the fires. Like, usually... I mean, number one, you're not... it doesn't help. You're not required to do those to complete the campaign. So as long as you know that. What it could potentially do if you do all those challenges, then I think you could start the final week a little bit early. I mean, you might get an extra week's worth of V-Bucks. I don't know that for a fact. I'm assuming that's the draw of doing those missions, but... alright, so we got 2 destroyers, but they're not over here. Normally I'd want to play C, especially with this ship. I think it would work pretty well, but... I'm not going to have any spotting. Rob, looks like your membership just renewed. Appreciate that. Continued support. Oh, your internet crapped out on you? Yeah, I think we're still going to play C. It's just we're dependent on these guys picking up their controls, number 1. And actually coming over here, number 2. If they can spot some shit, then we can actually have a pretty good game here. We could potentially cap. Or if there's a destroyer over here trying to cap, we could kill him. Or we might get wrecked again really early, like we've been doing about half the time today. Already tried to get it, this won't happen naturally. Yeah, that's usually how it works. Like, when the campaigns used to be relatively tough, like, there'd always be Krakens and stuff like that that you need. It was usually when I was trying to get those that I wouldn't get them, but then as soon as I'm like, alright, screw it. Just play the game, then that's when you go ahead and get it. Let's see, we got a Woosta. Extra week of V-Bucks, yeah. 4 years from now. Yeah, I'm just saying I wouldn't go crazy over it. So we're checking the back here. It's about 10.5, which means the guy on the base almost certainly is in our radar range, but not certainly. So we're gonna go ahead and give him a second. Actually, now we're not spotted, so I'm gonna pull north, try and get on that base so we don't give it to him for free. The problem with that is if this George is paying attention, he might get us. And we're not hitting him with the radar. Interesting. So I think he's right on the edge of the cap. Very interesting. Pop the sonar too. I think we probably got a torp strike coming.
Problem solved, sir.
Kleber. I don't know what's spotting me. Oh, they got... I'm just gonna sit here and burn this guy. We got a destroyer moving into sea aggressively. I wouldn't be doing that. I mean, we do have a lot of support over here, but... if we kill this Georgia, then B is kind of freed up. Now, we already got B, but he's kind of pressuring it. Alright, so we should be able to get this cap here. We got it. Nice. Well, now you pop your smoke and sonar him because you got no support. Okay, I think we should be okay this game here. They're going to get A, and then we got to defend B. That's too bad. We really didn't need to lose that destroyer there. That's really too bad. Alright, so this game just got a lot harder. Expecting him to pull into C here. I want to be able to defend this base if we can. We gotta push them off the right side of the map or kill them and then defend B. We can't defend both sides. So if they want to join their team over on the west side, we don't really care about that. We're gonna keep an eye on A if they, or C if that destroyer gets on there, we'll radar him and kill him. There he is. Come on. Shit.
Torpedoes to port.
Well, he's not able to get on C, but we're not able to kill him either. Now they're on B, so now we're losing control of the game here. That's kind of why that destroyer going down for no reason was a big problem. Now I'm going to have to push into B, and we got a lot of ships that are going to be shooting at us. So this one's looking more and more like a loss. Is this ship good? I like it, yeah. I think it's really good. Radar cruiser, extremely high DPM. I mean, what else do you need? So that's too bad. Another game that we really didn't have much of a chance on. We're gonna push B aggressively, hope to catch this destroyer with the radar. If we can't kill him, the game's over. It's probably over anyways. These guys, they're all gonna ignore the Kleber, and then he's just gonna go ahead and flip C right off the bat, so it looks like an easy win for Red at this point. Yeah. Yeah, they're already in position to defend B, so I don't see how we could possibly win this one. Can't even shoot that thing, that's too bad. So we just lost the final radar. Yeah, this is about a 95% chance loss at this point. At this, if you're evaluating the game, you gotta realize the only way you can win this game is to kill everyone. So we're looking for low health ships. We're gonna try and engage them one by one, try and stay safe. I don't think we'll be able to hit him at this range. Imagine if that Z-23 didn't kill himself and he was on B right now. This game would be almost certainly a win for us. So we can keep these guys out of here. Shit, we got some golden showers coming from the west. Jesus. What the fuck is spotting me? It must be this thing back here. Okay. Oops, I just used the repair party on a fire that had 1 second left. Pro level play right there. What's happening? We're getting our asses kicked. It's basically whoever, in this type of a game where it's going to be very close in terms of ship composition, whoever holds the 2 caps for the majority of the game should win that game. That's why when we had B, we were in the lead, and then as soon as they flipped it, they're in the lead. Neither team has a distinct advantage in terms of control or ship counts or anything like that. HP, I think all that's roughly the same, but we have almost no chance to win this game. Like, this guy's going to get on B, which is exactly what we need him to do. That opens up the opportunity to maybe win the game. Now all we got to do, assuming he stays on there, and they're not, where both teams are getting 3 points every 5 seconds, then we can increase the score by killing a ship or 2. I can't believe the Suzuki is alive with all those guys shooting at him. Alright, can I get this Cleveland? I think he's going to go north. If he goes north, he's dead. But I think he's attacking the turrets in conjunction with this. Shit. Alright. Now that we lost the Suzuki, I don't think we can win, because he should get on C. We're going to try and kill the Cleveland. He's backing up now, so I don't think we were able to kill him anymore. Nope. So all he's got to do is turn around and get on C, and then the game's 100% done, so... Not bad by the red. Wasn't the worst game we've ever seen, but definitely not the best. Yeah, that's over. Friend pointed me out and told you you're streaming. Thank you, friend. Welcome. Yeah, the problem is this guy still has to be on B. But now we need to defend C by being on it, and we got to kill these destroyers. Alright, we got to be aggressive as fuck here. He shot at me, which was the right call. I didn't think he was gonna.
Our team depends upon you.
267 points. I don't think that's gonna work.
The ship is on fire.
It's like basically we got to be on B right now, but we can't because we got to defend C. So
Torpedoes, direct front.
these destroyers basically single-handedly won this game.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Nice crossfire. That's what we call a kill shot in the business. Those guys were like playing like they were in a division. But I checked earlier in the match, they weren't. Oh boy. Oh, we had an alpha tester on our team. Two alpha testers on our team. Time to get a solo warrior? No, there's no chance. If they have two caps and they play C, we cannot win that game. You understand why, right? Like, if I go to B, then they flip C, and they continue to be up on score. And the lead grows. If I play C like I did there, intending to kill both destroyers as well, they're still getting two caps worth of income versus one. So, basically, the minute they flipped B early in that match and then defended it, that's a good, well-played domination mode 3-cap strategy. You capture the flank, which they did on A, capture the middle, and then defend the middle. That's the game plan almost every single time. If you can do it, you win the game. If you can't, you can't. You're going to lose the game. Yeah, Kageroshima, Hipper, we got to look out for Alaska. We got to be wary of. A bunch of other dog shit on their team. Back to work. All right, P-Folk. Thanks for hanging. You and the Balti, yeah. No, I understand you couldn't hold the cap. Never underestimate the ability of the enemy to throw. Trying to win harder. Yeah, exactly. There's a good chunk of your losses will be when either you, yourself, or your teammates don't recognize that number one, you already have the win condition in place. And sometimes all you have to do is stay alive, not die, and it's impossible for the enemy to win. But they're like, damn, I need some more damage, I need the Kraken. Or they don't understand how the scoring works. They continue to play aggressively, then they get killed. And the only way that Red can win is to kill everyone. Well, that comes true then. Just gonna assume he's pushing here. Got off the cap, but that's alright. There's the two dangerous cruisers.
6 heures.
Let's see what they got. So they got at least one destroyer on sea. We assume there's one here because we saw the torps. Could have been a cruiser. Well, no, it couldn't have been a cruiser because they got both cruisers here. So we'll keep an eye on this. If we see the destroyer pop up, we'll try and spot which destroyer it is quickly. That way we know what we're dealing with. I think we're gonna... I'm considering moving over to sea to try and flip that right back. They got two support ships behind that huge island, which is gonna be tough. So we're gonna try that. It might not pay off if the destroyer up here immediately gets on the base. But we do have this Edinburgh here. Now it's a smoke version of Edinburgh. Maybe we want to deal with the guy, who knows, but we should win A. They've killed one of the two cruisers. And if we can get C early, then they're not going to have any points. We're just going to run up the score really quick. So, and we'll get one of the destroyers, hopefully. So I think this place should be alright. If they flip B immediately, it'll kind of suck. But I don't think they're going to. We got two backline Bettys here parked on the moon looking through the binoculars. It's worthless. So as soon as we recognize these guys doing this, we don't give a shit about those guys. It's just the destroyer back here. Does he recognize we're off the base and get immediately on it? He probably would be not that inclined to do it, though, with the Edinburgh sitting right here. So these two back here can't support this destroyer if he's on the cap. He's probably down here trying to torp these guys. We'll flip the cap, then we'll go kill him. Oh, here he is. Never mind. Try to smoke. So I'm assuming he just torped because he turned away. Most Japanese destroyers would try and torp us right here. There we go. So now we can capture C for free by moving this way because these guys are back here. They can't counter us. We'll even put some torps there just to make sure. And then we're just going to go right back and defend B. It's harder to hunt the destroyers on the French because we don't have the twist and track. That's kind of the main drawback. Looks like this guy beached over here. So technically he could back up here and shoot us. Kagero going to Shima, you mean? Going to A? I would assume so. But I don't... The guy should be... He should have flipped B. Again, he's probably concerned about this Edinburgh, which I definitely would be as well. I'm not going to blame him for that. But, you know, this game is very close to being out of control. Even though we're only up one ship. Very doubtful he's going to continue to back up this long, but we're just going to get that there just in case. Then we're going to go over here. The game is being decided on A, or that's the most relevant part of the game right now. This guy's not doing shit. Yeah, he might flip C, but it's going to take him a while to do that. These guys, you know, haven't moved an inch. Nah, looks like he went forward. Eh. He turned north. Just trying to get these off without getting detected here. I just once again, we're going towards A. We don't care about any of these guys. Since we're going by them, we're going to try and torp them. I think he's actually going to spot us, though, unfortunately. It might hurt. Alright. Got a little lucky there. I think they might have slowed down. Like, if they want to overload C, that's their prerogative, and they might eventually win that fight. But by the time they do that, we're hopefully going to kill everything on A and flip A. So right now, our flank that we control is this, and then we control the middle, yes, but not really that sustainable. But what we can do is win A, hopefully. See how these guys are doing over here. Find the destroyer is kind of the key. Oh, he's on B. Here we go. Shit. Should kill us here, I think. Just due to the fact that we got this island right by us, I think he should win this fight. Unless he gets torped. Whoops. He gone! We'll take some damage. We might even die here, but... see what happens. Oh boy! Oh god! Alright, now that that shit's coming from that side, we gotta stop shooting. I wasn't checking the maps. I didn't realize those guys were that close. I was just too focused on those Yamatos. It's probably gonna swing hard. We're just gonna get some more torps. Alright, so I think we're gonna need more kills here. Because they should be able to get C any second here. That battleship should move into C. We never did get A, and unfortunately this Edinburgh probably going to lose the last guy unless he gets him with the torps. Finish him. Shoot him. Finish him. Beautiful. That changes everything. If this guy just chills and captures A, then the game's over. Hopefully he's not dumb enough to throw this. There goes C. We knew that was happening. Not a surprise. Stay on A, dude. He's alright, he's backing up. It looked like he was trying to poke through that gap for a second. All you gotta do is capture A and this game's over. Need that DD. It's a good DD, man. It's just, unfortunately, it's situated in Legendary tier, which makes it frustrating at times, but... Alright, so that was actually a pretty well-played game. That's 2 good games on shards today. And that one, the key to that one was recognizing we're going to lose this and recognizing the importance of getting this one. So just keep bombing on this guy. Now he's into B, but I don't think he can capture B reliably. And we're up on score, so both sides are generating the same amount of background points. It's just, as long as we don't die here, the game's over. I don't think we'll be able to die. I don't think he can do it. Oh, he got the Alaska. Yeah, I suppose we should sniff the Kraken at least. We'll see. I'm much more concerned about staying alive right now, but they got 2 battleships, and unless they pop out a... Like, if they're on the other side of here and I pop around like that, maybe they could fuck me up, but... So we're going to take a wide angle, make sure we don't get surprised by them. But even a point-blank suicide rush, I doubt they could kill me with 14k. The Yamato could, the John Bart, I'd be pretty surprised. Yamato's low. That's tempting. We'll put a spread down for the Yamato, and then we'll... Oh. This guy's actually turning... Easy. You gotta be paying attention here. The initial motion I was gonna take, we would have gotten spotted here and died. In fact, we might still get spotted. Yamato. Got him! Alright. What's up, Inquisitor? Sniff the Kraken. Yeah, we got one more shot here. Let's see if we can get the 6-pack. Oh, no, we don't. We got 70 points left. Oh, we might get it. We'll see if he... Speeding up a little bit. I think he's going to slam on the brakes, most likely. Looks like he's doing just that at the moment. Got a crack into the conch. Nice. So he sees those going by. Maybe he'll speed up, thinking he's safe. Looks like he's speeding up a little bit. Come on, come on. Hit the gas. No. Yeah, we'll take it. That was a good game. That jerk not when he called it a certified cracker printer. It's a nasty ship, man, if you play it carefully. It's just the French destroyers are very, very good, but they're kind of like the Azure Lane Atago chick. High risk, high reward, you know. Because if you get caught in bad situations where you make mistakes, that's when we get blown up early. We've already seen that today. Oh, the Kraken and Legendary tier counted. I thought it was just tech tree ships. All right. Oh, that's a pretty good match there. 37 hundo. But good teammates here. We're getting some good scores, so that's when the legendary tier is a little more fun. What is the other mission? Oh, the fires, right? Fuck. Oh, I'm not even... Better get some of this stuff done here. 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5. 50% yet again. Let's play a little. We'll play some lower tiers. I got to get a little bit of progress on those missions here. I'm not gonna have a lot of time over the weekend. Why don't you guys give me some tech tree or premiums like tiers 5, 6, 7, whatever. Give me some recommendations. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Did the 20 fires in Ochakov? That's not a bad one. North Carolina? Yeah, we should probably play that. I gotta try and remember to keep grinding that, because we're only, what, about a week and a half? Still got some room to go here. 50... Looks like 65k XP we need. So I want to try and remember to play at least one game in this every day. Sometimes I forget. If we can get the win. Play the kid. That's always a good option. Warspite. Oleg we already did. We've already done 2 tier 2 games. I think we've hit our quota for the day on that one. Gotta go get a vaccine. Alright, Pedro. Yeah, we want to keep grinding the Kansas, so... Oh, shit. We got Roma. Yeah, we got some ships that can wound us. Where should we go?
General quarters.
Katori, don't have that one. You're surprised they added the mast to the green XP ships? Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing their criteria for those are like old campaign ships that don't end up being too powerful. Massachusetts is pretty good, but I don't think your average player playing them is probably running up the stats on the spreadsheet, so they probably felt comfortable putting that one out there again. I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, I think it's kind of cool if you could just keep some things available for the people that were playing the game at the time, but not the end of the world. Alright. Looks like I got Sims in this one.
The ship is on fire.
God damn. Oh,
Torpedoes to port.
look who we got here. Great shot.
Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly. Problem solved, sir.
Oh my god. It's gonna be a short match.
The ship is on fire.
Our so-called spotter is sitting in the back with his nuts in his hand. Alright, well, we're fucked. That was a fun one. Oh, that's your best work. Suppose we better launch the plane. We'll see if we can survive long enough to get a couple of heals off. We just got to back up. If everyone on our team's just sitting in the back and we're moving forward, then everyone's going to shoot us. We know that doesn't work. Tried it several thousand times. The problem out I did remember to put on, I believe. That was a fun match. Now that I'm not spotting for this guy, now he goes to leave. Oh, great suggestion. I don't know about the North Carolina guys. I don't think I like it. Maybe I suck at it. Probably the case, but I don't actually like that ship. Never get a Canadian ship. I'm sure they will at some point. There's a few. There's like 2 or 3 in the game, I believe. In the PC version. Gotta love that top tier DD play. They kind of fucked up his game by dying because then we couldn't spot for him. He was gunning people down. He got the Akatsuki in the cloud. Another example of the guys up there not knowing what they're trying to do. Friend played to John Bart on your account. Yeah, that one not coming back. I got news for you. They can't nerf it because they don't nerf ships that are paid for in general. It would have to be like such a... It would have to be out of control for them to even consider it. Yeah, Mayhem, Yukikaze, and Benson. With only 1 cruiser. So this should be a good setup for us. Ideally, from my perspective, I'd like to get the Benson early. Because what we're going to do in these American gunboats, we're going to be trading some health early to kill one of the destroyers, hopefully. That's the idea. But if we kill the hardest one to kill early, then we're going to know... We're going to be able to evaluate our trades later in the match. Yukikaze would be nice as well. Mayhan, we're not going to be mad if that's the one over here. The doubloon ticket? What's the doubloon ticket? No. Well, luckily the support guy here looks like he's probably leaving. So if there is a destroyer here, we should be able to fuck him up. As long as we don't get torped early. I'm moving this direction because I want this island as much in between this ship and me as possible. It's possible that's who Twisted Track's pointing at, though. They might not have a destroyer in front of them. We got 1 here. Here's the Mayhem. Whoops. We'll drop those, and then we're going to go right into B. I assume they have a destroyer over here, but we don't know that. Pay $10 to get 1,000 dubs per day per month. Well, yeah, I think as long as you're reasonably certain that you got the time to do it, whatever the missions are, then it ends up being a better deal. And if you're inclined to buy doubloons anyways, right? So basically, that's another way that they can get people's engagement up. These free-to-play games, what you got to understand what they're trying to do is basically rank them as high as possible on the store, right? Now, I don't know anything about it. I've never launched a PlayStation game, but I think how you rank your game on there is by having people play the game. Pretty much, that's all there is, I believe, to it. So, in that case, if they can get people tuning in every day, or playing the game every day, overall game time goes up, and then it gets suggested more readily, and they make more money. So, I think that's one of the deals that are worth doing. If you're inclined to buy the doubloons anyways, and you're going to be playing the game a lot anyways, then yeah, I'd go ahead and do it. We'll try and remind me to look at the specifics after this. We'll just double check and make sure it's worth it. But I think last time that was out there, I did it. Okay, so we don't know where this support ship is here, this battleship up north. He might be right up here. Mayhan's actually leaving.
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
Alright, so we got 2 shots. Oh, Fuso's here, that's the problem.
Nice work.
So we can't move into B quite yet because of this guy. Oh, shit. Surprised he popped out here. Probably worried about getting torped, I would guess, but...
The ship is on fire. Smoke generator started.
I'll even let him go right now. I'm just trying to get away from this Fuso here. Let's see, if we can get this guy off, then we'll get B, and the game should be over.
Smoke screen set. Torpedoes astern.
Oh, Benson. Interesting. Well, now we're in trouble because we can't get this Fuso off of here. I'd want to rush the Benson, but with the Fuso right next to him. Oh, he got him. All right. Go for the rush.
Engine boost activated.
We got to get this guy off before these guys come to support, and they're almost in our... They're almost in range to shoot us. In fact, that Arizona probably can hit us. What are you guys doing back there? Holy fuck. We got a third of our team sitting there. That's not a good sign at all. Oh, fuck. 3/4 health. It's going to take him the rest of the game to kill this thing. We're going to lose this for sure. These guys aren't paying attention. Alright. Yeah, we're in serious trouble here. He was close enough that he could hit us. Kind of surprised we're not proxy spotting the Benson yet. Was hoping to use his smoke. Proxy spot him, kill him, and then use his smoke. Still the game plan. But we're running out. He's actually off the base now. He might kill us.
Critical engine damage.
Come on, bullshit. Fuck. Would have been able to kill him, but I just fucked that up. So that game's gonna come down to that Fubuki, which I'm not that... you gotta ask yourself, what is this fucking guy trying to do to win the game? Let's say he wins this fight, which he's not readily gonna do because the guy's angled. But then what? You got 8 minutes left in the game. To get into B, it's gonna take him about 10 to 15 minutes. So why there's a California on the edge of the map, I have no idea. Same thing with the New Mexico. Same exact fucking problem there. They're even having a hard time keeping up with this guy to engage him, which has very little significant strategically significant value. The only thing it does is free up these guys' fucking attention so that they actually look around and say, okay, what should I do next? Because right now, getting B and capturing it and killing it and then defending it is the only thing we need to be thinking about. This fucking Normandy off in outer space has no bearing on the outcome of the game. The only outcome he has is he's tying up a third of our fucking numbskull teammates. So that's another loss. Thought you had him. Maybe if I would have zoomed in, I would have hit him. I thought I whiffed the majority of that second to last cell, which I thought was going to kill him. Because we did dodge the first set. He did wisely hold the second set to see if we dodged. But I thought I was going to kill him before we succumbed to that. We still would have had a lot of problems winning that game. I don't think we're going to, even if we're alive there. But we had the battleship from the west pushing. We had the guy from the north pushing. And then the Miyoko we didn't even know about was basically on the cap. So you can't have a third-year team off the fucking board for all intents and purposes and win the game, usually. That's a very low percentage chance to win. That map, if you spawn on the east, go right under C or above C. You can't play that fucking side. Alright, what else looks interesting? Udachi. Alright, we can play Udachi, I guess. Oops. I'm not digging any. Tier 6 and up has just been garbage all day. I really don't want to play too many high tier games. What's up, Asif? Doing really good today. How you doing? Asking for Canadians. I mean, that'll be fun. There's a lot of Canadian players, and no doubt they have Navy, have had a Navy historically. They got ships that could be in the game, so. Same with the Australians. There's a lot of Australian, New Zealanders. Play the game, follow the channel. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I think there's even like a South American ship. Might as well get them out there. But that stuff will be coming, you know. Yeah, we got Udachi, Fletcher over there, Magami. We got more. Our destroyers are more dangerous to theirs. They got an extra. No, they got one cruiser. Our cruisers are more dangerous to their destroyers than ours is. Or theirs is to ours. Their battleships. We got a champagne, so automatic advantage to red there. So we'll see what happens here. For some reason, these guys. They're not even in a division, but they got stuck together because one of the destroyers got spawned with this. So that's unfortunate. We're going to go right to C. Try and spot / capture there. Going to take a little while to get there from the middle, but you got to do it. Like, if these guys don't see it coming over there and they don't see it immediately, they'll abandon the flank, and then it's just going to be like that second or third game that we had where they abandoned the flank, red team pushed through and then slaughtered us, you know. So we're going to get over there as quick as possible. Great vid yesterday. Let me talk to Samson. New Zealand had a Leander class. India had Fiji. Yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea how many. In their mind, they're saying to themselves, let's try and make this game last for 5 years, 10 years. Who knows what number that is, but for sure Wargaming's development has that, and they're just trying to spread the shit out over that period. I mean, World of Tanks, if it's instructive at all, which I think it is, I think that game's well over 10 years. Because, like, when I started playing that game, it was probably 6 months before this came out. And there had been guys that had been playing for a long time. Like, I was throwing games for these guys. They were yelling at their TVs at me non-stop. But those, I talked to a few of them, and they were like, yeah, I've been playing for 10 years. So, who knows what they're thinking. But, yeah, those ships will come. Okay. I hope it's not the Fletcher. I'm assuming he's probably right behind that island. He's probably like right back here would be my guess. Protected from those torps. But just in case he's sitting in this gap, we'll torp him. Not expecting to have anything to launch at in the next 60 seconds. I want to be wary about getting in front of this guy because that's a big target for the destroyer. He doesn't know where I am unless he's got twist and track, but we're not getting located, so we know he doesn't. But he probably knows where the battleship is, and he's probably drooling a little bit. Oh, he's off the base. So that, in my mind, makes it even more likely that he launched. He might have just goofed up, wasn't paying attention. Might have been like backing up, and then, oh shit, I went off or something. You never know. Now he's back. So their support ship's not that helpful. Ours much more helpful. Oh, there's the torps. I think I can rush this guy, though. Maybe spot him. Whether they'll shoot at him or not, I don't know. These guys should have a shot on him, but it's a broadside North Carolina just sitting there. Oh, here we go. I put him right on that line in case he turns out, which would be a expected route. And then we did one in front of him, hoping for the busted engine like we got there. I think he's probably going to die from that. We'll see. Looks like a kill to me. You go! So now we'll use the booster on this guy, hopefully kill him. He's probably going to turn into us. So we'll do one on the launcher there. We'll do one like that, just in case. If I'm him, I'm pushing this Yudachi pretty hard. This thing's not that big of a threat. Everything else in the back got evaporated, so... we'll see. Either we're backing him up or we're going to kill him. Alright, now what do we do? So they got a Fletcher Yudachi. Presumably both on A. So we got two options. We could stay over here, try and nuke this guy, which until we know he's leaving C isn't a bad option. We don't want to get this cap and then have them flip it right away, right? But it looks like he's pulling off. And we're losing A pretty readily, which isn't a surprise since our team that's over there nowhere near the cap. Red all on the cap. Much stronger strategy if you're trying to capture the base to actually get on the base rather than play behind it. Oh, here we go. So we're going to let him launch, then we're going to speed boost. We got to be very careful with these screamers. So we're going to go ahead and speed boost right here. We might still die. Fuck, he got the engine. That'll be a kill on him. Good job there. Pretty good play. I don't think we were getting located, so I don't think he had twist and track, but he kind of... we spot each other at the same time. He launched first, then shot, knocked the engine. Kind of a textbook counter-destroyer play there, so good job to him. End of the war, Canadian had the third largest navy in the world. No. Does not surprise me. Okay, well, I think we're down below 50% now with those that string of 3 losses in a row there. Let me play something lower tier. That's actually kind of fun. Play maybe 1, maybe 2 more games. This thing is getting out of control pretty quickly, so... let's try the Brittany. Got the Georgia man. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Charlemagne, I think, was a bust. You don't see too many of them out there. But Georgia, as this campaign wraps up, I think that's going to be a popular ship. Take it too personal when someone shoots at you. Okay, we got Trap. Looks like majority tier 5. Could be tough. up, Nathaniel? Man, I'm getting dry today. Unzips the Seal Club now. That's going to be a tough match. All these battleships can slam us around. Dunkirk, I think we got angle probably. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Brittany can smoke us. We'll see. Looks like we're playing heavy on the BC side, which isn't a bad play. Got the carrier over there. Carrier's launched. That's a good sign. So if I'm those guys, I'd probably commit to playing between B and C. We're just going to be more in a holding pattern here. If we can get A, great, but I'm going to be kind of keeping an eye more on B, seeing if we can shoot into there. So a lot of times they'll come down through here, and then they'll kind of play here. And if your team spawns over here, they're not going to have good shots, but we could potentially have crossfires. Oh, it's on the base already. Look at these two guys. What's the game plan, guys? Is this a division? No. Alright, so the two Fubukis could probably torp us. We should probably turn out here. I think we're about to die. Yeah, when you got everyone on your team behind islands, they can't do anything, so... A is looking like a lost cause. If they want the battleship support, then do something early in the match before I decide we're not going to support you. That's my advice. Heard anything about the pen bug? Supposedly it's been fixed for quite a while. I haven't really noticed too many goofy things lately, so... I'm under the impression that it was fixed. Like, I put up the video describing it, or showing it, actually, and then I think they fixed it like 2 or 3 days later than that, so... It's been good to go for a while. Okay, whoops. Our destroyers are melting. I think we can maybe get on B here. It might be a risk. Jesus Christ. Another fucking game we lose the minute we're spawned in. We have no shot this game. This man needs to kill this destroyer and then actually get A. And we need to get B and then hold it. Guns! Shoot your fucking guns, man. Let's go. Jesus Christ, these guys. I don't think he shot once. Did you see any shells come off him? I've had my fill of this game for one day. I'm not impressed with what we're seeing out here. Been having some fun, but man, it's just every fucking game we have no shot. We've had a couple throws myself too, so I can't be too critical, but... This doesn't really seem like it's worth my time or your time. We could do some Q&A if you guys got any build questions or anything. I just can't imagine a scenario that I want to keep playing this today. What's up, Ace? How you doing? When are the submarines getting introduced? Hopefully never. Carriers were already a really bad idea. Hopefully they don't double down on the subs, which are a disaster on the PC version from what it sounds like. Alright guys, we don't need to like get into nationality debates or whatever. Like, it's all cool. Some shit happened like 80 years ago, and probably none of you guys that are listening were alive then, so you can be a little bit proud of it if you want, but I wouldn't take it too seriously. It's like the sports thing where your team's winning and you say, we won the game, and when they're losing, you're like, they lost the game. You didn't do shit in either case. You know, it's fun to root for a team, I get that, but... What a match. Good God. Ollie Dodd skill with the Essen inspiration. I think, yeah, that's interesting. So let's take a look at that. So anyone who doesn't have a high, this guy might become available again. Halloween Commander, original set of Halloween Commanders. So he's got pretty good build. It was a hybrid build for the Germans. So I think he's probably the strongest German battleship commander. But he also has this interesting perk, Ollie Dodd. Now how this works is it makes it so it treats the ship as it's more flat, but it actually has a negative too. So if the guy's steeply angling, then it actually makes it harder to get the chance to bounce. So imagine a ship that's pointed directly at you, more or less, like at a 10-degree angle. He's going to be even more protected than normal, you know, if he's just hovering on the edge of the zone between chance to bounce and no chance, you know, automatic ricochet. So it's a little bit harder on that end, but if they're not angling well, if they're mostly broadside, we get 8 more degrees to work with. All right, now I should probably change this. I don't know. It's tough for me to pull these guys off, but yeah, putting Dimitri Dewey on there, I think is quite strong. Because now we're going from 8 to 11.2, which, if you don't really understand it, it doesn't sound like that much, but you're making it like you're reducing their ability to protect themselves by armor angling by a huge percent. I don't know if it's like 30%, 40%, whatever it is. So I think that's a devastating combo. The problem is the German battleships are so inaccurate to begin with that I kind of feel like I want Scharnhorst. And the Turtreverse, if we're going to change one of these and put all the Dimitri Dewey on there, I'd probably take Kedrov off. Because usually the German battleships have pretty good Turtreverse. 36 seconds, that's not bad. There is Kedrov. Well, I don't even know what our build is. 36 is a nice round number. Maybe we don't have Kedrov on that one. But yeah, if you want to do the Ollie Dad build, I would go Scharnhorst / Cunningham and then Dimitri Dewey. Here he is. Oh, so we don't even have Kedrov on our Ciliax build, so you got 36 seconds base turret traverse, so yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that's pretty good. Isn't there an angle bug at the moment? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't seen anything that makes me suspicious. Time for Billy Bonk Thornton or Wesley Pipes. Yeah, it's been brutal today. That's the last month and a half. Like, we've had a couple, 2-3 good sessions, but usually it's been like this, like 50% or worse. Now, we had a couple bad mistakes today, so I'm going to have to claim a couple of those losses, but I'm not going to take responsibility for all of them. I got news for you. Sharn secondary build. Yeah, the Scharnhorst, I don't run a secondary build on that one just because I think it's like a 5-kilometer range, which isn't that impressive. Let's take a look. I mean, if you go balls to the wall, enhancing that, you can get it out a couple more kilometers. Let's see. 7.5. That's not horrible. 7.5. 5 point. No. 5.2 across the right. I'm looking at the reload. 5.2. That's not something I'm going to spec towards. Now, occasionally they'll come into play, yes, and especially if you boost it by a kilometer and a half, 2 kilometers, you can make the case for it. Like if you run into a Sharn horse that's got a secondary build, sometimes you're like, crap, I can't really do much about that, but that's a little too short to spec for, in my opinion. Vanguard tips, I'll show you how to play the Vanguard. The Vanguard is 100% about armor angling, okay? So all you got to do is pull up the armor view. And you got this, what's the nose? 32 in the front, right? So we can basically angle against everything except for Jean Bart. So you got to really be focused on the angle. And if you're getting shot like this, shells coming in here, you're going to take very little damage. Superstructure only. The problem is, to get these back guns in here, you got to basically be like this, okay? So this is it's a very tempting ship, and it's very easy to get into trouble. Because you want to be firing all the guns, I get it. But if you cut your offensive output by 50%, but you boost your defensive production by 90% or whatever it ends up being, in the end, those trades will favor you. Okay. So Vanguard, we can take it. The Citadel is not nearly as nasty as it used to be. In fact, it's basically a waterline Citadel now. When the game launched, it was almost to the top of the side of the ship. Like, we saw dev strikes of Vanguards left and right when the game launched. So they've made it easier from that perspective. But the key still is, if you're playing like this, and the shots are coming from the camera view in my scenario here, then we're not really taking much damage at all. If we're getting all 4 turrets in, and sometimes you can time it and you can still get those turrets in, but if you're sitting there intentionally trying to get 4 turrets in without really protecting yourself, you're going to get killed very quickly. Because that's essentially a broadside shot. You're hovering right at chance to bounce range into guaranteed no bounce. You know, if you're a flat ship like this, you're not going to bounce shells ever. So it's kind of a risk reward. You got to be very careful. Pick your shots, pick your spots. But if you protect yourself first and foremost, you can outduel pretty much anything at tier 7. Yamato, did I say something else? Yeah. In terms of protecting yourself, that's the only ship with the 32mm blade. Best BB inspiration to max level. Oh, you're talking Cunningham? Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 guys max currently, and keep in mind I've been leveling guys for over 2 years now, almost 2.5. First one I did was Cunningham because I had him on every battleship, and he's my main commander for the British Navy. Now, within the first year and a half or so, you probably want to get 1 guy max, because then you can go to the store, and if I buy a copy of Cunningham now, then I get a duplicate. It's a blue combination, and I can use those to level up the event commanders. So there's an advantage to doing that, but you don't want to do it too early. You want to for sure get most of your navy. You want to have good commanders on all your ships that you're playing. And that takes a long time. Ace coming in hot. May I see your Edinburgh build and commanders? Yeah. Usually I try and leave it on the smoke build just because I forget about it. You can set it up for the radar build. I like the Vanguard. We got 32 in the front here. So very strong nose in. Basically, I have my British cruiser commanders. I got Belfast on the AP. And you can see this is an AP focus build. We got Dimitri, we got Yamamoto, penetration all day long. And then not really worrying about HE enhancements here. We got ingenious, we got maneuverability, we got the punch through, more penetration, and a little bit of accuracy. So compare that to the heavy cruiser Fraser. I got some HE here. Still got some AP because we got ripping AP. So we're maintaining some of that focus. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's how I got it set up. And then we got concealment there. If you don't have that Azure Lane gal, let's take a look. I think initially I had Fraser for my light cruiser line. Tenet does have this. He's got the piercer, but usually you're going to want this. I mean, you're not getting a lot of AP enhancements on this build. You're getting maneuverability, which is nice, yes. And you can definitely make a case for this for your light cruiser line. I just never went with it. Because when you're in a line of ships that only shoot AP, I feel like you got to enhance the AP, right? So, because I had 3 to choose from, I just ended up going with Belfast for whatever reason. Because we could get the Ingenious and the AP pen. Von Essen guy seems hard to rationalize. I'll try and do the math and then lay out a case in a video at some point. But without knowing the numbers off the top of my head, you have... Let's see if I can figure this out on the fly. Probably not, but... Alright, at some point in time, let's pull up an armor view. So we know when we're flat here, there's no chance to bounce, right? Now, as they begin to angle, at some point right about here, roughly 45, it no longer is 0% chance to bounce. We're at about a 50-50, or whatever the math comes out to. And then at here, then it's an automatic bounce as long as they don't overmatch the armor, okay? We are on the same page there with the armor angling. So what that does is you have these little zones here where the angling crosses a threshold. You go from perfectly flat to somewhat angled here, and then you go from somewhat angled to perfectly angled to, you know, right about here, give or take. You're just adding a few degrees, which doesn't sound like that much, but they basically have to be, it's less forgiving. If they're right on that border, well, we're rounding down. We're making it so we're actually getting those pens. So I think you got about a 30-degree gap where we're in that chance to bounce range. And if we remove 3 or 4 degrees from that, it's a 24, or it would be a 26 degrees instead of 30, which is about a 10 to 12% change in practical effect. It's very, I'm sure that makes absolutely no sense. It's not that easy for me to explain. I'd have to think about how to explain it properly, but if that's the case, if we're getting a 12, 15% reduction, whatever it is, in their angling effectiveness, that's much better than almost every other base trait, which is going to be 2%, 3%, 4%, 6%, whatever it is. That's why that Azure Lane, this one is so strong. Even though it's only 180, it doesn't sound like that much, but it's actually about a 12, 15% reduction in the reaction time, which again is hugely disproportionate to most base traits. So I'll try and do the math, and I'll try and think of a good way to explain it without sounding like I'm just rambling on and on, but I think this is far stronger than most people realize. Do you feel it in the game? I mean, there's a lot of the perks you'll never feel in the game. You know. But yeah, if I know I have that build, especially if I'm on like a British or American line and I know I already got that enhanced pen, and then we're just enhancing it even further. And that's another reason to put it on the Brits, is we already got good enhanced penetration angles. Now we're tightening that, instead of that 15-degree gap, now we're taking that down to like 12 or 10 or 11 or whatever it is. That's extremely hard to deal with. So I think that's why I like it on the Brits. I still want to put it on the Americans. I don't think I currently have it. Oh, I do have it on there now. So I think British and American, you can make the case, because that's taking an already tight window and squeezing it even further. And then the Germans, I put it on there because I'm looking for every single opportunity to get AP fired. Because these guys, if you're doing AP damage, your damage will go through the roof. If you're just sitting there with HE damage, it's going to be pretty mediocre. So those are the 3 lines that I currently have it on. I haven't played around with it on battleships, but I do need to do that. And maybe a good starting place would be hide. Like maybe I'll try and put it on there right now just to, and then I'll accidentally I'll forget that I have it on there, but then someday I'll be like, wow, let me check that build. And I'll be like, oh, damn, I had him on there. That explains that. I don't know. I mean, Von Essen wasn't a major priority for me, but now that I got him up there, I'm promoting him, you know, and I'm using him. Let's see. Yeah, we're almost close to getting him up to Legendary 3. Brits are already so good. Yeah, I mean, you can say it's overkill, but I think that's like the main strength of the line, so you got to really enhance it. That's kind of my build philosophy on those. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if anyone's tried it on battleships. Once in a while, people mention it to me, but I can't remember if they're saying it works or not. Mueller build. Mueller build's basically the same as my Hipper. Same exact AP focus. The 3 main things are Yamamoto, Von Essen, and Punch Through. And then you can take your pick over here. I go Fire Chance just because I don't really like the HE shells on these, but if we can boost the Fire Chance a little bit, because sometimes you're going to be forced to shoot the HE. My philosophy with the German cruisers is try and force the AP as many times as possible. If they're even broadside remotely, we're going to shoot the AP. And that's what this thing's supposedly helping us. We're getting a little bit more wiggle room. Silver's way low, I know, yeah. Well, we're going to lose 30 when we get the Kansas, right? So we'll be down to 40. I'm actually feeling comfortable with the silver situation right now. Oh, the doubloon ticket, yes, yes. Where is this? Special. Oh, the doubloon ticket. Okay, so you paid $10. All right, so you get 1,000 up front, and then you get 100 times 30 would be 3,000. So 4,000 doubloons for $10. Okay. What do you normally get for $10? $27.50. So that's a pretty big increase. It's a 33%, 40%, whatever it is increase. So my advice, if you think you can play almost every day, if not every day for the next 30 days, I don't think the mission's that intensive. You know, it's probably do whatever, get 3,000 XP or something like that. Yeah, and you're intending to buy doubloons at some point, anyways, then go ahead and do it. Yeah, it's a great deal. I mean, if it's a great deal or not, that's debatable. I mean, a lot of people think the prices are pretty high in this game, but if you're going to get the doubloons anyways, then it becomes a good deal. Back from the vaccine? Well, that didn't take too long. Any speculation on the next campaign ship? No. No, we'll find out here in about a week or so. I had someone posting in my Discord what they thought it was, but it looked like a throwaway troll account. I accidentally copied it and I was going to send it to the mods, but I pinged it out the other day, so some of you saw that. I had talked to Wargaming. They basically said that was just a bullshit lead, so I don't think that was it, but I'm not going to say what he was claiming it was just because it's not that reliable. I view Wargaming kind of as business partners of myself, and they want to keep those ships quiet, so. But as for what they could be, I don't know. We got the Italians. We got the European destroyers. I'm still thinking those are probably, if they're going to commit to doing them properly, I think they're potentially close. And if that's the case, then it's probably something related to those. But I kind of doubt they're going to do a new line this time. So usually don't do back-to-back lines. They have done it, but they usually don't do it. Sorry about the firebombing in the Suzuya. Yeah, that the NC game, we moved forward. Nobody on our team did, so he got killed in about 5 seconds. That was no surprise. The Nelson, yeah, the Nelson's good. Too bad it's only a troll. Yeah, he just had like some throwaway, like his screen name was like A4B7327945. So whether it's someone that actually hangs out on the Discord or not, I doubt it. But I don't know. From the conversations I've had, it sounded like it was just kind of a made-up attention seek, anyways. But could be true. We'll never know. I mean, we'll know in a couple weeks, but. Jamaican armored canoe. It's possible. What's up, Blue Mini? Been a lot of BBs recently. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're probably. I don't know. I'm torn on destroyers because. In terms of balancing the campaigns, it'd be nice to have a destroyer for the reward, right? But still, to this day, we're still seeing the reverberating effects of Yudachi. Where still, most Yudachi players in your team are not going to do that well, you know? And I think I'm saying that as a guy who played the Yudachi and got smoked earlier, so don't talk too much shit. Well, we did the best on our team, I guess. I can't remember the game, but regardless, usually if you got 3 Yudachis on your team, you're fucked. So if they do another campaign destroyer reward, I think that would be nice from a perspective of, okay, we're finally getting another destroyer as a campaign reward, but you got to realize it's going to be a lot of less experienced players playing destroyers at tier 7, which I think is not good. So I don't root for them to do more destroyers, but I understand a lot of destroyer players want them to be, and I respect that. Yudachi's a trigger word for many in the community, yeah. Tactic style drunk and funny. Destroyer campaigns make it unplayable for about a month. I mean, unplayable. We're like I was just saying, we're still feeling the reverberations. Like you're still getting bad players in the Yudachi, even though the Yudachi came out what? It's got to be about 9 months to a year ago at this point. Massa or Odin? I don't know, man. I mean, I think Massachusetts may be a little bit better, but they're both good ships. I actually like both of them. Leona should have been a campaign reward, man. That would have killed the game. Or I would have forced them to at least put a commander on there. Kansas reload going to be rough? Wow, what's the reload? We can't check the stats yet. I'm sure they said it at one point. It's probably going to be like mid 30, 35 or so. Need more USN BBs, yeah. I'm sure when they break down their stats, there's far more Americans playing than other places, and that's why they're kind of catering. Your casual players tend to gravitate towards battleships, and if there's more Americans than other countries, then that explains it. And I would assume that's the case. You can kind of tell where the players live based on what they're focusing on. A lot of times. 38.4. Oh boy. Yeah, you might want to slap D Pablo on that one. Hit X to see the stats. Are we able to check? Ah. 38. Oof. Yeah, that's a long reload, I'll give you that. Now we got 12 guns, 406. Oh, that's pretty juicy. That's a big Bertha. That'll be interesting. I'm guessing there's spaced armor. Let's see if we can figure out how to look at it. So we got this little, what is this, plating on top of the Citadel. Casemate armor. And then we got these little thick boy sides. Side plating 32. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that looks interesting right there. Looking at the armor view and looking at the stats. Hopefully we'll be able to get it day one and just check it out. What build do you use for Iowa? I still got Sims on there. Iowa's one of my least played ships just because we still got a bad taste in our mouth from the first 6 months of the game was dominated by bad players in Iowa's. But you want artillery plotting room basically every time you can get it. 11% dispersion, that's amazing. This you have no option. Prop mod, I guess. I haven't really looked at it. It seems fine to me, and then we put the AA on. Americans, you can put the AA on for free because secondary is not that important, and this, I don't really like nerfing the DPM. You can say the better traverse actually helps your overall game DPM, which is valid, but... And then for Sims, I've gone from here initially to over here, and then now I just put this on the other day. We got the turret traverse here, we got the AP damage, and then the accuracy. It's a pretty good build. Double accuracy here. You can change that up. Maybe put Kedrov on there. Not a bad build, though. No luck with the early access crates. Yeah, that's a bummer. They gave us the CCs, 10 of them, and I got 2 of the 3. And then I got a couple more crates from the campaigns. Got the North Carolina, luckily. But yeah, if you're brand new, check the channel's playlist, the beginner's playlist. If you take the time to watch all those videos, the information's still about 95% accurate. It's not the best production yet. I was still getting better at making videos. But the information will take you from a bad player to hopefully a mid-tier player just by learning it. You'll have an advantage over all the other bad players. Use Kedrov on Vlad? Yeah, I do. So the only ship I use the Lev Galler. The only one I use that on is Poltava. It's got a different aiming model. Basically how these Russian battleships work, it's kind of like the opposite of the Champagne, where I think it's above 12 and a half kilometers out. Okay. You basically can't hit shit. And once you cross into that threshold, they become fairly accurate. And if you get them close range, it's like a sniper, even with Kedrov. And we have no accuracy. Well, I got Scharnhorst on there now. I didn't used to have any. But yeah. I would Kedrov all day long. Poltava, it's just, I tried to play Kedrov. I played it for like 10, 15 games. Couldn't hit shit. And then I leveled up Lev Galler just a little bit, and it became like a pretty good gun. So that one doesn't follow the same scheme. Barely average. Yeah, but I would take a barely average player than, you know, half the players, and some of you guys are bad players, no doubt about it, especially if you're new. It's almost guaranteed that you're a bad player, but if you can get to be an average player, you'll take them on your team all day long. I just think you got to learn the basics, and then you got to practice map awareness. And if you can learn the basics, which is step 1, and you can do that by watching the beginner series videos, and then work on your map awareness, then you'll go from, your floor will be much higher, even if you're not a good video game player or not that good of a player in general. Your floor is better than other people's floors that don't take the time to learn. So that's the ship build. I got the torps here. I'm fine with that. I don't think I used to run concealment. I had steering gears, but I like the incoming dispersion because my troops build has Vian on there. So we're pairing Vian plus the concealment mod. You get incoming dispersion plus the camo. I think that's, I don't know. There's 3 or 4 ways to improve the incoming dispersion. I think we only have 3 on this build, but it definitely helps. Anytime you don't take a shot, you take 0 damage. So survivability build all day long in these. Your guns are strong enough, they're accurate enough that you should be able to just out-brute the enemy destroyers if you can stay alive. Gotta go. Alright, Thoughtful. Thanks for hanging. Do you like the German DDs? I think they're pretty good. I'm not in love with them, but the guns kind of aren't that good. The torps, typically on my builds, reload pretty quickly. Don't hit that hard, but you got your smoke sonar, so you got a lot of tools to capture and control objectives. Like German destroyers are the ultimate capture the objective for domination mode. Enemy destroyer challenges you, drop your smoke, pop the sonar, keep that guy lit, gun him down, hopefully your team chimes in, takes him out. Now the cap's yours. If you get bogged down torping backline battleships, then it's a horrible choice. So, I think I better get rolling here. We got to get some errands done today, but appreciate everyone hanging out. We had some fun. We had Kraken in the Club Air. If you missed that, you can go back and look for it. Pretty good game. We had 3 or 4 really good games, both from ourselves and teams, and then the rest of them were kind of trash games today, which some of those were my fault, some of those were the team's fault. And I'm sure 1 or 2 were a combo of both. So we'll take what we can get in terms of good action. But we always have a good time hanging out with you guys. Appreciate that. Let's see. We had Ace, Prince Eugen, Shanky McStabby, Doped, Carlos, and Myron. All with the donos. And we had Tim and Garrus becoming members, and Jeebus becoming a new member. I don't know if I saw Jeebus when it happened live. I hope I didn't miss that, but appreciate all that support, guys. And I think my next time will be streaming probably Saturday morning. So stay tuned for that. Training rooms, yeah, if you want to go request the training rooms in the Discord feedback section, that'd be helpful. All right, guys. Hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you soon. Peace.